Listen is a nickname, or should I say the moniker? Yeah, you know I spit flames, still standing like a moniker. Gotta be the rawest rapper, alias the jaw snapper. I ain't gotta run and hide, I'm not the one that laws after roam where I wanna roam. I could be up in your home. When I picked up that chrome, you lucky it was that microphone. You been out my competition, you better stop and listen, cause I'm causing a collision. Spin bars of ammunition, simply no sympathy. Light them up like a Christmas tree, burn them down to the ground. Told them not to fret with me. This is just the introduction, better duck and catch concussions. Get a grip, your throat, I'm clutching. Kill them off with no discussion. Gripping the mic like a torch, watching it burn, watching it scorch. Every verse I spit with force, ain't enough mics up in the source. Artists and arsonists, you dealing with a professional. Father, I have sinned, and this is my confessional. Lord, please forgive me, I need to change, but ain't no mercy in my veins. Burn these rappers, burn them with your flame. You fools should be ashamed. Lord, please forgive me, I need to change, but ain't no mercy in my veins. Burn these rappers, burn them with your flame. The game will never be the same. The rap game is so irrelevant, I am so intelligent. Better give me some room, I'm a mother friggin' elephant. Spin bars with no remorse, I hit him up with deadly force. You're no match for this lighter, time for you to pass the torch. Told you that I bring the flame for the lames in the game. Only reason I came to put something up in your brain. Every rhyme is by design, if I'm lying then I'm dying. Like I ride with dynamite, that's enough to blow your mind. To the ones that boast the most, every rhyme you wrote provokes. So before I let you roast, I'ma be sure to choke your throat. When will you ever learn? Feel the heat and feel the burn. Time for peace to be concerned, or rest in pieces in the urn. You will never rest in peace, this is just my specialty. This is not a game, and there will be no referee. So technically no technicals, bringing the pain perpetual. Father, I have sinned, and this is my confessional. Lord, please forgive me, I need to change, but ain't no mercy in my veins. Burn these rappers, burn them with your flame. You fools should be ashamed. Lord, please forgive me, I need to change, but ain't no mercy in my veins. Burn these rappers, burn them with your flame. The game will never be the same. Born to be a rebel, so it's a must that I rebel. You were not on my level, all you suckers burn in hell. For the flame that peels your flesh for real, I put MCs to rest. You can proceed to breathe. Ain't enough air left in your chest. Laughing as I watch you die, no water to put out the flame. Why don't you go ahead and cry? I bet that you wishing for rain. Now it's very plain to see, I told you do not play with me. If you fake, you burn at the stake. You are not who you claim to be. You ain't a killer, so stop fronting. Revenge is like the sweetest joy. Next to nothing, no mercy for the weak. There is no sympathy for the ignorant. Think before you speak, you put yourself in this predicament. I have no friends, so I chose to roam alone. It's all for you to conjugate, so I confiscate your microphone. We reached the end, so I'm grabbing on my testicles. Father, I have sinned, and this is my confession of forgiveness. Lord, please forgive me, I need to change, but ain't no mercy in my veins. Burn these rappers, burn them with your flame. You fools should be ashamed. Lord, please forgive me, I need to change, but ain't no mercy in my veins. Burn these rappers, burn them with your flame. The game will never be the same.
Oh boy. Oh, my bad. I had this thing on loop. Why does the camera look like it's so close in my face? What's up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and I am back with another episode of the Straight Talk Sessions, the Man Talk Monday edition. And you guys know how we do it every Monday before we get on. So real quick, I see Thomas Smallwood is in the building. Thomas Smallwood, this is not the show. This is not going to be the show for you, brother. I mean, I'd love for you to stay around and listen, but This is not one of my religious shows. That will be this Thursday, where the brother Eddie Israel will be doing another presentation, and then we have a debate on the following Thursday. So Thursdays are the biblical debate days. Today is Man Talk Monday, the flagship show of the Straight Talk Society, where we get into barbershop talk, basically things that people want to talk about from a male point of view. So just to let you know, that's what's going down today. So if you hear anything, I don't want you to get all, because it's bad enough they talk about me enough on the internet, but it's all good. Shout out to One Love in the building. Shout out to Ricardo in the building. Those of you watching in the clouds, please make sure and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We will be getting to the show. Thomas says he's a barber. It's all good. I appreciate that. Thomas, you need to set up some debates, man. Who you want to debate? You and Reggie? So I do see young Kev is in the back, and I do have a surprise for Kev later on in the show. Just waiting for Mike and Wayne to get on. I haven't heard anything from them being late. But let's go through what we do have going on this week on the Straight Talk Society. As you know, we always do. And then later on in the show, I will get through. I will make an announcement later on in the show. I will do it later in the show. I won't do it at the beginning. Just because I hate making these type of announcements, but I do want to make sure that everybody does get an opportunity to hear what I am going to say. So tomorrow on the Straight Talk Society, we do have Tape Fist Politics, and they will be talking about homelessness in America. That should be a great show, man. Venkat does a great job with that show. So please make sure and tune into that. You got Venkat leading the way. You have MD. You have Ricardo, and you have Big Mike in the building for that show. So y'all make sure and tune into that. It's a very fantastic show, especially lately, because Ricardo has been a whole lot more vocal. And with tomorrow being election day, I'm pretty sure they'll have a lot to say about the happenings going on. But the main event of the show is talking about the homelessness in America. Then this Wednesday, we will be having one of my favorite shows, Wrestling with Reality. We'll be going over the pay-per-view that took place this Saturday in the Crown Jewel, that show that took place from Saudi Arabia. And we will also be going over the men's and women's top 10 lists from the PWI 500 and the PWI 250. The 250 is for the ladies and the 500 is for the men. So we will be going over the top 10 lists to see who topped those lists. Who topped those lists of those two awards. So, and then this Thursday, Eddie Israel will be back. We confirmed it today. Eddie Israel will be doing his presentation. We're going to start earlier. We will have a 5:30 start time, so we can hurry up and get out of there, because I don't like these shows to go past 8 o'clock unless absolutely necessary. But Eddie Israel will be doing a presentation this Wednesday. Topic of that presentation will be who will be saved, all the sons and daughters of Adam. So be sure to tune into that. Then this Friday, the MMA brothers will be back in the building. Bones and Zay will be back for the UFC 295 preview show. I'm not even going to attempt to butcher these guys' names, but y'all be sure and tune into that. And that show will start at 7. I think they said 7:15. So let's look around 7 o'clock. Look for that go live. We will be in the building. Then the following week, when is that? November 16th at 6 p.m. We will have the debate between Reginald Young and Peter Cox, entitled, according to the scriptures, did Peter see God, and is Reggie a God called minister? So I'm going to do that. We're going to do something different with that because it's such a subjective debate, and it's not really something that there could be an affirmative or negative to. So what we will do, and I'll just touch on the rules for that, it's going to be a 2-round debate. Since Peter is saying that he saw God according to the scriptures, then we will Peter will have to do his presentation on that, his 15-minute presentation, and then Reggie will get a 10-minute rebuttal round to rebut that. Then we'll go into round 2. Reggie will give his 15-minute presentation, and Peter will give his 10-minute rebuttal round against Reggie's affirmation, and then we'll have the 25-minute back and forth between the two brothers. I don't think there's a need to have a affirmative back and forth rebuttal against each round, because both men are just affirming their position. And I see Mike has joined us. I'm just waiting for Wayne to come into the building. Then on November 30th, we will have the debate number 1 of the trilogy out of Deuteronomy 28 between the hitter Stacey Mobley and the young phenom brother Eddie Israel. And that debate will be taking place at 6 p.m. Y'all know Stacey Mobley is out in Colorado, so you know his timing is way different from ours. But that will be taking place at 6 p.m. Eastern time, and the topic of that debate is, do the curses of Deuteronomy 28 apply to us today? So that is what we have going on the Straight Talk Society coming up. And I will be so Thomas Smallwood saying he wants to debate Wayne Smith. I've been trying to get Wayne Smith to debate over here for a while. I don't know what his hang up is. So maybe Thursday, if we had time, you come on and you call him out. He's always in the chat during the biblical conversations and things like that. So shout out to the queen of the Straight Talk Society, Queen Nene, in the building. I see Mike is in the back. Young Kev is in the back. Still waiting for Wayne, but Wayne is probably caught up in the meeting. But I think I have all the announcements. Oh, not next week, but the following week, which will be the week of the 20th, Thanksgiving week. I'm going to take a break. I'm taking a break. So I'm not gonna do anything that following week. So we will have Man Talk Monday next week. But that following week, I'm taking the entire week off, just to spend family time, quality time, especially now with things like this. Every minute spent is priceless. So I am going to take next week, not next week, but the following week off. You know, my guy's got a lot going on, man. You know, Big Mike. I'm gonna tell you about Mike, and I don't have to, because Mike doesn't come on here and tell his business, and I won't be the one to do it. But Mike deals with a lot, but he's still here for every show. Like, you may not see him on the panels and stuff, but he likes to say, "Oh, I just show up so I don't get fined," and try to make me look like the bad employer. He likes to say he shows up so he doesn't get fined, but he's here for everything. And I just think, man, like, these guys give me 2 hours of their time every Monday. So, you know, I'm just going to force breaks in, you know, just for us to take time out. I've been busy as hell at work. I had 2 guys basically go down to injuries today. So I got like double. Shout out to Shaka in the building. Shaka, you might want to tune into today because it's going to be wild. Yeah, I had 2 guys go down to work today, so I've been busy, man. You guys been sending me messages like crazy. I haven't even looked at them once, just because until I go on vacation in December, I'm going to be loaded. So it is what it is. So we got to make sure as men that we taking our time. We're taking that time off. So with all that being said, you got Take Fist Politics tomorrow. Wednesday, you got Wrestling with Reality. And I did say that I have a surprise for Wrestling with Reality. And I just got my package in the mail. So on Wrestling with Reality, we will be doing a unboxing. What's in this box? Who knows? Tune in to Wrestling with Reality and see. Y'all gonna see with me when I cut this box open what's inside of here. So that's the hook for Wednesday. Tune in this Wednesday to Wrestling with Reality. Besides that, we'll be back on the other side with what y'all came to see. Man Talk Monday, brought to you by Straight Talk Society.
Acknowledge me. Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. See you dealing with a vicious mind, hard cold like Christmas time. Every time I write a rhyme, put it all on the line. No need to hold my tongue, hold the mic like you hold a gun. Haters, I'm the chosen one, fakers, I don't roll with none. Don't you ever test my heart, been a rebel from the start. I ain't got time to play no games, I'm too busy playing my part. Keep my mind on my mission, living by my premonitions. Through the world with blurry vision, stressing in high definition. Walking the path unknown to most, the ones that I love, I hold them close. Every rhyme I wrote was dope, no jokes so folks can overdose. Lyrically, I'm legendary. Yes, I'm very necessary. Plans to see my adversary buried in the cemetery.
Yeah.
Straight Talk Sessions, live.
You're gonna acknowledge me.
It's Monday. It's Mad Talk Monday.
Bad times don't last, but bad guys do. But we have a responsibility and a duty to be fathers. Not to just make babies, but to be real fathers. And you can't expect any good to come to you if you don't visit any good on your son or your daughter. So, be a man.
Oh yeah, and we are back, and I am joined by my panelists. The young, well, see, I'm gonna just do it for you now, Kev, because I normally give you the air horns, but I'm gonna just do it for you now. The young phenom, Kev, in the building.
Boomba Club. That's an intro right there.
And
what's up? What's up, y'all?
What's up, man? And we got the one and only Mike in the building. What's up, Mike?
I am highly disgusted by what I just saw. And I was about to come on here and admit that I do just say I'm about to get fined to tick you off, but now I'm just going to make up 3-4 new things because you just ticked me off by making that. I can't believe you would tick me. Why? I'm already sick. White people sent me home from work today. That's how sick I am. The white people got together and were like, excuse me, he's got these black microbes and I don't know if I could take him home to my kids. And they got together and went to the boss and was like, could you please get him go home? That's how I saw it. Maybe they was like, they felt bad for me, but I saw it as they was trying to get rid of me. And then they sent me home early and I had to come home to watch that. like this ain't been a bad month already. You gonna give me that? I thought you cared about me. What happened? I thought we was
So you're jealous.
Ain't nobody jealous of what?
Okay, brother.
Shout out to Eddie Israel in the building. Kevin Jays is in the building. I don't know where Wayne is, but so I do want to keep this show. We got to be out of here by 8 just because of how busy I am. Mike isn't feeling good, so we don't want to drain his voice because I'm pretty sure he'll be arguing with Venkat tomorrow. Because Venkat got a way of getting that out of you, boy. I mean, oh my goodness. I love him, man, but gee whiz, boy. Venkat. All right, so we got a fun show. We got a fun show today, and I sent the link to Captain Cape, man. He's worse than young Kev, but we'll get to that on the second story because I I did say that there was something that I wanted to play, but I didn't want to send it to you guys ahead of time because I wanted your genuine reaction of it. And we would we'll get to that in the second story. But what I do want to do, because last week we ended the show and we were like, oh my goodness, there was so much still left on the bone with the last video that we discussed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play that video again. Check your phone. I'm going to play that video again.
I don't believe there's anybody that can cape harder than Kev. I gotta see.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, the dude sounds like a nice man.
Oh man, I see I messed up. Oh yeah, okay, I'll fix that, Nene. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to play the video again from last week, just so we could, because Kev said he still had more stuff he wanted to say on this. I don't want to harp on it too long, but I just want to play it. Then I want to play what I feel was her rebuttal to that video, because that's the one that's going to piss everybody off. And I gotta hope Wayne shows up for this, and then we'll go into another one. So I'm going to play the one from last week just to refresh you so you'll remember what your points were. I don't want to stay too long on that, but you did say that there was stuff you needed to get out on it. So here's this one while I fix this mistake that I made.
True, right? Once people turned it into money and sex, as far as that being more important than values and morals and integrity inside of people, and once it became that type of game that you playing, that's why everything is so messed up. This is why you now have women talking about, if you can't pay my rent, if you can't pay this, if you can't cash out me, don't text me, don't call me. And this is why you got men trying to see if women are sleep with them on the first date. I mean, that's always been a thing, but because there's so many women willing to sleep with men as soon as they meet them immediately, that's what men expect. That's what they expect to happen. Because there's so many men willing to trick off and cash app you for no reason, that's what women are expecting. You got two groups of people who have came in and infiltrated the system with their messed up ways of trying to get people to want them through either sex or money. And then now a lot of people have adapted these practices, and this is what intrigues them on the dating scene, right? It's not about you being a good person. It's not about you having the characteristics in you that will make you a good partner. No, they want to know, how quick can you send me some money? How quick can you give up that cat? Like, the game has been messed up, but the reality is that is still only true for low-hanging fruit. Real solid people still appreciate real solid people. You will never find a person who is worth your time who is even impressed in any way by either one of these two things. That's what's going to separate the real from the fake. That's what's going to separate the people with real integrity and character and the people who just out here looking for money and cat, right? So, I mean, when you come across these people, you just know what it is. People are showing their hands. A lot of this is really for your benefit, because now you know what you're dealing with up front and whether or not you got the choice to deal with it or not. But at the end of the day, like I said, no matter how many women out here just giving up cat, no matter how many men out here just sending cash apps to get women's attention, if you come across a man or a woman who is a solid person and looking for another person who is just as solid as them, they are not impressed by either one of these two things.
All right, Kev, you said that there still was meat on the bone on that. Well, what else did you want to go on there? I know Wayne's not on here to argue with you about it.
To be honest, I feel like I said everything I needed to say. I think Wayne just had issues with what I was saying, so I needed to elaborate. But I agree with everything she says. The only thing I'll add on is that, like, this is a reflection of how men have been treating women and expecting women to act, right? The reason why OnlyFans is popping, the reason why strip clubs are popping, the reason why tricking is popping is because men wanted, attention and, attention and sexual attention on the first date or when they date their women. And this is just a result of that. So I don't see what the issue is. What I'm saying is, but hey, man, not everybody likes the truth.
Yo, I don't know, like, and you gave this dude a bomb. Like, you gave him a bomb, and this is the foolishness he says. Like,
Yes, sir.
the reason OnlyFans in the strip club is so popping is because the majority of men don't know how to talk to women. The majority of men don't know how to pull women. That's why it's popping. It's a very small minority of people that go to strip clubs just to have fun. The majority of them, if you've ever been to a strip club in the daytime, it's just old white dudes trying to get a black girl because they could never do it in their youth. And it's old black dudes who couldn't pull a woman, so they got money trying to find a sugar baby. That's what the majority of it is. Go to a strip club, the majority of men are just lame dudes who cannot get women. That's just what it is. If you've never been to a strip, have you been to a strip club? I'm talking.
Yeah, I've been to one.
Okay. Did you not see the paucity of lameness that was in there?
Okay, sure.
Keep it a buck. There was a couple dudes who was buying drinks and having fun, and then there was the dude sitting at the bar just waiting on the how do I get her to talk to me? And then the girl walk up, hey cutie, how you doing? That's what it is, bro. You acting like women that hold on. Nindi told me you're acting like modern women that only see what they want to see. How modern women think all men are out here getting all kinds of booty cheeks and all that. It's not the truth. It's a small minority of men who know how to get cheeks from women. The majority of guys are sitting at home getting a mighty man, TV dinner, because they can't even cook, and drinking a Dr. Pepper and going to bed watching whatever her name is on OnlyFans because they too lame to even know you could get the free joint on Reddit.
Okay, so you agree with me?
No, I don't agree with you. You're trying to say that the reason OnlyFans is popping is because men are heathenistic, filthy people who want it on the first date. Man, kill that. That's not what she was saying. She's saying that there are lame people out there who act like that, but the moral majority, that's what she was saying. The moral of us, which is the most of us, don't want it. But they're ruining and souring the game. That's what she's saying. All you're doing is going, how can I blame men for this? And you gave him a bomb. I'm sick of you, Beard Man. I'm gonna catch you in your sleep with a clipper.
So hold on, because I do see Lexi in the chat. And Lexi, I will drop the link in a little bit for you to come up. But Lexi mentioned something last week when she came on the panel. She said that, women, I don't want to misquote her, but I think I got it, something to the effect of women knowing what men like, and then that's why they do the enhancements, they do this and they do that. OnlyFans, to me, and this is to me, and I don't want to harp on this too long, but to me, OnlyFans exists because God, my wife is in the chat. All right, so let me say this.
She's an adult. She's a grown-up. She all right.
Don't listen to him.
OnlyFans exists because we shun polygamy so much in this country. If men were allowed to have multiple women, I think it should be within I think it should be in what you could take care of. I do agree. You can't just be out here slinging, peen to everybody. You should be able to have what you could take care of, just like they do, in other countries. Then the thing for OnlyFans wouldn't be that high. And unlike Kev, I put some of that onus on the women themselves by not keeping up what got the man in the first place. If you got a man with sex and food, you don't then turn around and cut the sex off and have him do TV dinners every night. A lot of that is, and I talked about in the porn conversation, a lot of this is we're looking at, I just say we, because I'm a man. We look at the reality. We're looking at fantasy. All this is fantasy. We look at porn stars. We look at this and that because it fulfills a fantasy that in most cases aren't being met, that we wish if our women was doing the same thing, then it would cut that out. And this is just me talking because that's what we do. We this barbershop talk. So And I'm not even going to look at the chat right now, but that's what I do. So I do want to go on to the next one. But
no, sir. No, sir. No, sir. You can't say that foolishness and I don't get to jump on that. First of all, if OnlyFans, what he said, fat twin, don't let me get on you, twin. Don't let me get on you.
Ricardo,
if polygamy were allowed, OnlyFans would be even higher. Because let's be clear, if polygamy were allowed, you are literally shrinking the amount of men that can get women. I know everybody, all the men that say polygamy's fire, all the men that say polygamy is the joint, they're guys who think that they're going to be the ones who pull more than one woman. A lot of you dudes ain't going to be it. A lot of you dudes going to be sitting there crying as Chris Brown has 7 women and you thought one of them was yours. A lot of y'all going to be sitting around thinking, oh man, I could pull me at least 2 8s. And all them 8s going to look at you like you a bum because they all going to want to be on one of these so-called high value guys' nuts. Okay? Y'all thinking that the game is fair. The game ain't fair. Women already run into the money. If you let polygamy become a stable a status quo, a lot of y'all ain't having no woman, period, without paying for it. That's a fact. And so OnlyFans will jump off the damn map.
Mike, and I agree partly with what you're saying. But again, and not for nothing, you're always going to pay for it some type of way. I mean, that's a whole nother conversation there. But shout out to Maria G dropping the stats in the comments section. The truth is that only a handful of people really earn a lot of cash on OnlyFans. The top 1% in the platform earn 33% of the total gross merchandise value. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. She throwing them numbers out there. Gross merchandise value, while the top 10% earn 73% of it. In 2021, OnlyFans creators made $12.5 billion in gross merchandise volumes.
Billions.
That's why I tell women not to do OnlyFans. You getting on OnlyFans, it's just like stripping. You hear about the stories. Oh, I'm gonna go and make me $2,000 every day. No, boo-boo, you're gonna make $200 a night. If that, you might as well go get a job.
So this it's funny that because I didn't plan this. It's funny that we got into the OnlyFans conversation because the main event story is absolutely about OnlyFans. So let's get on. Kevin J says, but most of these men think they can take care of all these women.
Facts. I don't know what's wrong with you men. I am not. Anyone that knows me knows I'm not a cheater, right? It's not that it's not because I'm this super moral guy who would never cheat on a woman. I've seen fine women and wanted it. Now I want to get that. But I don't want 2 women's problems in my life at the same time. I don't know how y'all men do it. I can't do it. I got to get on the phone with one woman, talk, yeah, baby, what happened? Oh, that's crazy. Okay, I'm going to talk to you later. Hang up and then pick up the phone and do it all over again. I don't have it in me. I'm sorry. That's why I don't cheat, because I can only deal with one woman's issues at a time. You know how hard it is to make a woman happy? You know how hard it is? One woman?
My wife always tells me, because we got that type of relationship, we can mess with one another like that. And I always look at her, I'm like, woman, it's hard enough to take care of you and my daughter, much less ever think about trying to step out. Like, I don't first of all, I don't have the energy for it. Like, I don't have the energy for it. I mean, I agree, Mike. It sounds good, but if you're doing it right, if you do it right, like you're taking care of multiple houses, and because a lot of men, when they see polygamy and stuff like that, they just see it as I get to have sex with more than one woman. They don't really see what it really is about, that you're saying, hey, I'm going to take care of all them African princes that you see with all these women. Those women are kept. Them women ain't paying their own car notes and house notes and light bills, and they're not doing that. They're kept. Their mission is to take care of that house and make babies for him. So if you do it right, so most of us will never reach that status where we could do it right. So a lot of it is conjecture. It is me just saying, Sporty GM says, wait, see, that's why I love this chat, man. Eddie Israel says there would be no more buy.
Hey,
Sporty GM says polygamy. Laugh out loud. Hell to the nah. So all right, because we are gonna get into this OnlyFans. There would be no word. There would be no Bible without polygamy. Oh boy, you see that? And this the Bible man saying that. Because polygamy is all throughout the scriptures, but we will be doing the scriptural teaching this Thursday. So let me move on to the next story at the next video, which I think is a piggyback to this one. God, I wish Wayne was on here, but we got to keep it rolling because Kevin sent me this about a month ago. I'm warning you now. She likes the expletives fly in this one. So just, cover your ears if it bothers you. But let's go.
Think that the simple stuff that I asked for was asking too much. That's how you know you're a severely behind loser. Imagine thinking being God-fearing, emotionally intelligent, sexually disciplined, financially literate, and not having kids and being thoughtful is asking for too much. You're pathetic. Everything that I asked for on my requirement list is something that I can bring to the table as well. I didn't ask for nothing that I can't provide. A lot of y'all can't do that. A lot of y'all, your list of what you want don't match to who you are. Everything I ask for is who I am. Your reverse psychology will never work with a woman like me. I don't care how many times you bring up my age or anything else. I don't care. It is never going to make me lower my standards and accept one of you losers that I don't want to be with simply because you think that I'll never be able to find the man that I'm looking for. I have already made peace with the fact that I may never meet the man that I want. And I'm okay dying alone with dogs before I would accept one of you severely behind losers in place of what it was I actually wanted. I'd rather die alone with dogs than be somewhere miserable because I'm living in regret because I ended up lowering my standards and accepting one of you severely behind, corny, fugly-faced losers, all because I wanted a man. The internet has allowed a lot of you cornball loser men to get on here and forget who you truly are in real life. You forget that you the ugly homeboy. You forget that you the homeboy that when you and him go over to tables to go talk to girls, they ignore you while they give him all the play. You forget that. You forget that right now you sitting on red in multiple girls' DMs right now. You forget that. You be forgetting that, but I'm going to help remind you. I'm going to help remind you that the girls that you like don't like you, right? So to get on here and have all of these hypothetical hot takes about what girls you would or wouldn't smash, who you think is or ain't bad, who you would or wouldn't date, you don't have those type of options on the table to be telling nobody what you do and don't like. You worried about my requirements? You need to worry about the fact that you're going to have to trick off to get cat. You're going to need to make peace with SA workers because those are going to be your best friends because you're not going to be able to get women off the strength of your looks or who you are as a man because you're not a man and you don't look good, right? So you're going to have to always pay for women's attention. Focus on that. Don't ever worry about my requirements of what me and I can and can't get. You need to focus on the fact that you can't get the women that you want. You need to focus on the fact that every girl that you've been with, you had to settle for because you could never get what it was that you truly wanted. Focus on that. Focus on the fact that on a daily basis, you have to go online and try to humble women who completely out of your league that you could never have a chance with and try to get them to lower their standards so that they would accept a loser like you. And when you find out that you don't have a chance, you have a tantrum in comment sections and throw a fit. Remember, that's who you are offline. Don't ever complain in my comment section. You'll never humble me because I already know who I am and I ain't come to the internet for validation on who I am.
All right.
Yo, please let me go first.
Now, hold on, because I do want to read some of these comments because whoever she just went off on, but Kevin J sent me this and he wanted us. This was another one he wanted us to address. But I like this comment from Thomas Smallwood. Piece of Thomas Smallwood. Thomas Smallwood is a debater that's been around the scenes. So potentially he's going to come over here and start doing some debates. So he says that I'm a Muslim and the Quran permits a man to have up to 4 wives. But the Quran also says that one is better for you than you know not. So So the Quran allows you to have 4. Oh man, Thomas, let me tell you something. I would love to hear you do a presentation on that. He says the Quran allows you to have 4, but it also tells you that that is better to have 1. I think you and Eddie Israel, Eddie coming from a biblical point of view and Thomas coming from the Quran, there you go right there. I think that'll be fantastic. Please make sure and show up this Thursday. So when Eddie's presentation is over, you could come up on the panel and probably question them on some things. Let me see. So yeah, the women, I knew the women were gonna love this. Let's see. Ricardo says, let me play devil's advocate here. Is it wrong for a man that can afford to trick off on a woman do it because women allows a man to do so? Ricardo, you talk to me on a daily basis. You know my stance on that. If you asking me. So all right, Mike. Go. Well, Wayne. Shout out to Wayne. Just joined us. I guess we threw the back signal out for him, and he wanted to hear.
What up, fellas?
Yo.
What up?
Everybody in the chat. What's happening?
So shout out to Wayne for joining us. Wayne, I am working on your bomb. I'm just trying to see what I wanted to say. So all right, hold on. Let me see what this last thing Kevin J says. Someone was telling her to stop having such high standards, or else she'll be alone with no kids. Okay, thank you for the context, Kevin. All right, Mike, go ahead. Well, I need to put the timer up.
Hey, you can put up whatever you want. I don't think you know where I'm going with this. I'm about to go somewhere different.
He's about to agree with me.
I agree with her 152%. I agree with every word she said. If she knows, especially when she said, I've already come to grips with the fact that I may end up alone with a dog. That's the realest stuff I heard a woman say ever. That is accountability on a high level. I respect it. I tell Kevin every week that all these men he's talking about is 15% of the population. The majority of men are who she was talking to. We heard what she said, sitting at home, looking at the girls you can't pull, you the ugly friend that they won't even bring to the table. All that stuff she said is what I be telling you, because these dudes don't exist. My problem with you guys is you listen to Kevin Samuels and you only heard half of what he said. You listen to my brother Wayne and you only hear half of what he says. They say the half about women, you need to step up. Women, you need to do this. Women, you have to have a place. And this is where it is. But they also say, men, be on your purpose. Men, stop caping for these chicks. Men, go better yourself. That's what there's two sides to the coin. These guys who are losers only hear the half about women. They only hear it's like the old saying that goes, the worst person in the world is someone who's only learned a little bit of something and now they're passionate about it. You ever met somebody that took one psychology class and they got a B and then they come trying to tell you about yourself? Oh yeah, you do this. That means you stubbed your toe 3 times when you were a kid. Like, hey, shut up. That just means I like Nike. Shut your ass up. You know what I'm saying? The worst people in the world are the people that get a little bit of knowledge and think they know everything. That's why I read so much. That's why I study so much. That's why when someone says something, I got something to say and it's backed up by facts. These are the losers she's talking about. These are the people that make Wayne look bad because they call themselves red pill when they not. They just dudes who trying to find some place to be because they're lame. These are the dudes I tell y'all about every week that sit around eating their little ramen noodles and think because they put an egg in it, they fly. These are the lame dudes.
Don't make me
These are the dudes that women, when you hear women go, I'm tired of this dude trying to talk to me on the side. This is who they talk. They talk about these lame dudes, and the lame dudes who just sit there and follow them in the store looking, be in Walmart, acting like they in the same aisle as you. Bro, this the feminine hygiene now. You ain't got no business in here. But I'm gonna say, I thought this is where Q-tips was. No, nigga, you lame. Get out the aisle. You're scaring her. Stop being a sucker. That's who she talking to. She wasn't talking to me. Any woman that's ever spoken to me knows I might not be the finest dude in the world, but you're gonna feel like you've been talked to by a man. That's real talk. Anyone that's talked to Trevor knows you might see that luscious beard and fall in love with just that. Anyone that talks to Wayne knows you might fall for just the base. You ain't even got to see the line. You just gonna fall for the base. Anyone that talks to Kevin knows Well, I don't know what they know because
I
Kevin
knew
ain't
it
really
was
here,
coming.
but you know what I'm saying.
I knew it was.
But you know what? I'm
Yeah, mama.
gonna fuck with my dude. My dude, I give him grief every chance I get. But I've been around my dude. He ain't no sucker. He ain't soft. I done stood next to him and watched them fly. Watched them fly with straight verbals. Have people like, oh, Kevin, wow. I done seen him have a married woman looking at him like, okay, Kevin, I see you. And of course, I was disgusted the entire time, but that doesn't negate the fact that my dog ain't no sucker. They ain't talking about us, gentlemen. They ain't talking about us. And when I hear, and I'm gonna run on what Moon Goddess said, that's the problem that a lot of women have. They say, well, I can provide what I say I want. I'm sorry, ladies. See, I got me cracking. I'm sick as hell. I'm sorry, ladies. When a man is asking what you bring to the table, it's because he knows what he's bringing to the table and he doesn't want redundancies. I don't want a woman bringing to the table what I bring to the table. I don't need you to bring another me. I'm already here. I need you to bring the stuff I'm lacking. I need you to bring the stuff that I need to be a better me. I need you to bring that's why when women are like, what the hell he mean by peace? I mean, this world is hard, and I need when you come over and I come home to you that it's softness, immediate softness. There's no conversation. It's just, hey, huh? Yeah, you need me. Come here. Oh, damn. I tell a story all the time when me and my ex-wife were together and I came home after a hard day and she looked at me, didn't say a word, I just laid down on it and she started rubbing my head and I felt like the world was falling off my shoulders. And then, of course, and I said, yo, you need to rub my head all the time. And she said, I got you, daddy. And then never rub my head again for the rest of our relationship because that's who she was. But that's what I'm saying. We don't need you to be the boss or to be the boss babe. We need you to be the other half of me or the other half of the guy who's speaking. That's the issue. It's not about these lames. Stop talking about these lames. Stop talking to these lames. I tell dudes the same thing. I ain't talking to these thoughts. I talk to y'all about these thoughts because they're out there, but I'm not talking to these thoughts anymore. But Nene has told me to stop wasting my time on thoughts and what they think. So I see a thought, I giggle, and I walk on past because I'm like, ooh, I wonder what Pookie gonna get you pregnant this month. And I keep going. I ain't said a word about Sexy Red being pregnant and still performing her thotty ratchet music on stage. I ain't say a word about it. It's disgusting as hell, but that's what thoughts do. They're nasty. I'm supposed to look at it and go, ew, and keep moving. That's what I'm doing. So I welcome you all to ignore these low lives, just like Shorty said. You dusty, rusty musties, and whatever the hell is the female version, you ratchet, thotty, nasty, out-of-pocket butt bag. Ignore them all. Let's focus on us and how to make us better because I don't think they part of our community anyway. I look at them and I just see, I don't want to say it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Chris Rock had a really good thing on it, and Trevor says it all the time. I look at them and I'm like, man, look at these raggedy niggas. Like, that's what I look at when I see them. I don't even see them. They're all subhuman to me. I don't want nothing to do with them. If you don't want to better yourself at all, that's on you. I want people that want to be better, even if you can't do it. But you show me you trying, then I'll ride with you. All the rest of them, kick rocks and kiss my ass on the way out. All right, I'm gonna shut up. My bad.
All right, real quick. I see my brother-in-law in the back. So Brent, I'm gonna bring you on when we do the next story because you see, we can get long on here, and I don't want to have too many people on the panel, prolonging the time, but definitely we're going into the next one. And once this timer is up, the link is in the chat for any woman that wants to come on, though, just because y'all know, the women get first priority just because most of the time they're disagreeing with what we're saying up here. But yeah, I'm running this show. Y'all don't tell me how to do it. Y'all don't. There you go. I cleaned it up too, so it ain't that long run on thing. There you go.
I would like to thank my moon goddess and my retrograde sister. They always got my back. Much love to both of you, even though you be making Kevin feel like he's somebody. But
all right, shout out to Bones. Bones just came in the building. So Wayne, we haven't heard from you, and then I want to hear what Kevin got on this. Wayne, what you got, man? Because I had you in mind when I heard this video.
Oh, why you say that? Why you have me in mind?
I just had you in mind. I was
Oh,
very interested to see what you was gonna say. If because not for nothing, I'm like Mike. I
uh,
agree 100% with what she said. 100%.
oh,
Reeves.
yeah. I mean,
I
I
got
follow
zero.
Dana.
I got zero
I,
pushback at all.
I
Same.
follow Dana. I follow Dana. I guess um, I don't know. I mean,
Come
if you're a
on,
content,
Wayne.
if you're a content creator, I mean, people have their opinion. You know.
Come on, Wayne.
No, I'm just saying. I don't have a problem with what you say. That. I mean, yeah, there are some guys out there that makes their opinion up based off of something that they heard or something like that. Um, so yeah, I don't have no problem with what she said. You know, like I said, she's self aware. That's one thing I can say. I said that today because she had posted something. But I just said one thing I can say about Dana is that she's very self aware about herself, and you got to give her that credit, regardless of what she say, regardless of what her content is. She'll tell you that she's difficult. She'll tell you that she's not easy to get along with, even in the relationship with the man. She'll tell you that she's okay with being alone. She's okay with not having children. She's okay with not being married. So she's very self-aware. So that's what I give her credit on. But no, I mean, I follow her on social media, and I think she's dope. She said a lot of stuff that I agree with. But I will say this: I respect the fact that she's again, she's very, very self-aware about who she is, what she can tolerate, and what she can't tolerate. And she says she's by herself because she can't tolerate a lot from men. You know what I'm saying? Plus, she's dealing with the battle of losing her mother. I want to say a year or so ago, so that was tough on her. But she mentions that she's a tough person to deal with. You know, she mentions that she has a slick mouth. She mentions that she doesn't. Her standards with men is very high, and that's probably why she's by herself. You know what I'm saying? She said she had an ex boyfriend who was like perfect, but I think he had a kid or something like that, and little things here and there she couldn't deal with. But she admitted he was a great guy, a great guy, and no, I mess with Dana, man. I really do. I don't really have no pushback, bro. To be honest with you, Dana go all the way around, man. You know what I'm saying? She'll get on guys, she'll get on women. You know what I'm saying? So nah, I mess with Dana. I can't push back. I ain't gonna lie.
So
Y'all
this
got
is
that.
this is the second time I heard you say her name is Dana. So this is the same girl of the video I played about a month or so ago that was
Mm-hmm.
talking about the music industry girls, correct?
Right.
Okay. So I just want to
Yeah.
make okay.
Yeah.
So that is
Yeah,
who that
man.
is.
Dana's dope. I mess with Dana, man. So I don't really have no pushback, bro. Cause she's really self-aware and she'll tell you the truth about herself and where she messed up with things with men or friendships. So she's dope, man. She's probably one of the dopest ones online as far as female content creators, bro. You know. But
So
I ain't got a lot of pushback. Y'all
okay,
got it.
so good. We don't have to spend too long on this. Kev, what you got on this? And then I want to say something at the end. I want to play a little bad cop.
Yeah, I don't have any pushback either. Even though surprisingly Mike had me agreeing with him, which is crazy. But yeah, I think everything she's saying is true. And it's about time people started calling out these, quote unquote pickup artists, quote unquote, like, um, quote unquote men teaching men how to be men and how to like pick up women. There should be more emphasis on love and being yourself and like self improvement. But my issue with the whole um self improvement movement that's going on right now, where men are quote unquote teaching men how to be men, is that they're teaching men how to be angry and then also how to um not improve themselves and not appreciate where they are in life to move on from there.
What
That was,
what's
that
what,
was
whoa, whoa, whoa,
really
whoa, whoa. What's the
go ahead.
percentage? What's the percentage?
Yeah, where you going with that now?
Yeah,
Come
what's
on,
the
man. Where
percentage,
you
Kev?
going with
Percentage.
that? Here we go.
Percentage.
Yeah, what's the percentage? 2%.
Two
Come on, man.
percent.
Here
Where
we
you
go.
getting these
Here we
numbers
go.
from? I want to say at least
Who's teaching men to be angry?
Their
all these
mothers,
people on YouTube, all these people
their
who have
mothers,
talk shows
This
and
man, this man
like
just.
that.
their mothers, Kev, their mothers.
Their
So
mothers,
so
sure,
so
their
what?
mothers,
Give me a
their
man.
fathers.
Give me a man creator that teaches men to be angry. Give me a name. Give me a platform.
Kevin Samuels.
Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here. Do you follow Kevin Samuels?
I used to, and then I realized he's toxic.
And how far?
Yeah,
What do you mean? What was toxic about Kevin Samuels?
Before he started ripping on black women, he used to give advice to men, which was kind of funny at first.
So
you know,
wait. So
he'd
it was
rip them
okay
apart.
for him to check men. Wait. So it was okay for him to check men and tell men where they need to better themselves. It wasn't
Let me
okay
finish
for
my
him to
sentence.
wait. So it was okay for him to
Let him
tell
finish,
men.
Wayne. Let him finish. I don't want him to think he's
All right, go ahead. Let him ride.
Yeah, he used to go in on men, which felt constructive at first, but after a certain point, you can tell he was going for like that viral moment, and then that's when he started pivoting into women, where it looked like it not only looked, but it was improving his fame when it came to like tearing them down.
Get him, Wayne.
I think the main viral moment was like when the dude was like, "You got a big D?" And he was like, "It's average." No, if you had a big D, you say it, or I forgot how it went, but yeah, that's his viral moment when he was ripping on that guy. And then after that, he went in on women. But my beef with Kevin Samuels is that he disguises verbal abuse with like the guise of self-improvement, which rubs me the wrong way. So that's my issue. So it's not only him, but other incel guys that do that. They get like OnlyFans girls on their page.
Wayne, I just want to say one thing before you get him. I just want to say one thing. Notice what Kevin said, and let the record show what Kev said. Kev said that when Kevin Samuels started out ripping on men, it was constructive. Remember, that's what he said. So it was constructive when he was ripping on men. So no problem, nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Keep it moving. But the minute he starts shining a light on the ridiculousness of some women, not all, but some, it's now all of a sudden he's an incel and he's the problem. He's teaching black men how to hate women.
That's the culture, man.
Mm-hmm. That's just pick and choose what I just said.
You cannot tell mama she wrong. But here's the platform of Kevin Samuels. And there are some things that I don't agree with Kevin Samuels, and there are some things that I do agree with Kevin Samuels. But here's the people for the people out there who again, Kevin's the perfect example, who make a claim on someone who he said he started following, but he stopped following because he disagreed with the content, right? But obviously you didn't follow through to the show to exactly see what the platform was about when he got famous. Okay. So yes, he was talking about men bettering himself, and all the way through to his death, he still was talking about that. The thing where everybody missed about Kevin Samuels' platform is that, and I can't stress this enough, but again, people don't watch the show. What do you say, Kevin Samuels? Thank you, sir. Soldier, thank you, appreciate it. Thank you. That's Kevin. That's the Kevin on the panel. Okay, he don't want you to give it blood raw to women. Okay, but let me just finish what I want to say. Kevin Samuels, I can't say this enough. Women called his show. Women came to his show looking for advice on the men based on the standards that they wanted in men. And he said, okay, well, if you're looking for this type of man, then this is what you need to do because this is what this type of man is looking for. People get that so mixed up about Kevin Samuels' platform. They think that Kevin Samuels just came on there and just start telling women they're this, and this, and that. No. Women will call his show and say, hey, I need some advice on what's going on with men, why I can't get this man, or what's going on. And he started saying, okay, well, what you're looking for, how much you got to make? $150,000 a year. That's the high value man. He came up with that because that is what the woman was looking for. And regardless of what her weight was, regardless of what her look was, regardless of how many children she had, regardless of her past, regardless of how much money she made, she was looking for this guy that was making 150, 6'2", 180 pounds, ripped muscle, long dick, and could travel across the world.
What's wrong
Every
with that?
woman, no matter what she looked like. And he was like, okay, well, if you looking for that, if you looking for that, then that's what these guys require. Why? Because I be around these guys. I talk to these guys. These guys are my friend. So again, man, stop with all that. Oh, Kevin Samuels got his fame because he was putting down women. I do not understand what's wrong with being honest with women, or giving women a critique is somehow bashing women. Like, y'all kill me with that, man. And then all of a sudden he's an incel. Bro, he was married. He had children. So I don't understand this whole incel thing, because again, you critiquing women, somehow you're an incel. Y'all kill me with that. And a lot of y'all don't even follow Kevin Samuels all the way through his content to even understand what was going on. But women called his show. He didn't call women. He wasn't telling women to come to his show. They came to his show looking for something, and he gave them an answer. That's where he got his fame from. The women made him famous.
Yeah, the
Get
woman
in there,
made him
Kev.
famous, and he used that to abuse them and get content to go viral. Yeah.
No, sir. No,
I
sir.
do want to say something real quick. Shout out to my boy E. We haven't seen you in a long time over here, man. Peace to you, King. All right, go ahead, Kev, because I do want to say something before we.
Kevin had nothing to say.
Hold on. Let me clear my name real quick. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Well, first, what Trev was saying, let me clear that up. I said he used to give constructive advice to men until I noticed he was going for a viral moment. So that's when it started becoming something to where like he was bashing people, men and women. But from what it looked like, bashing women gave him more clout, and then that's when he started going towards women. So that's my issue with that. And then with Wayne, there's nothing wrong with giving advice and being like straight up with it, but it's another if you're gonna be straight up and like mean about it, right? Like if I come to the show and I'm a dude, right, and you look at me like, what do you put yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm gonna say I'm a 8. You think you're an 8? Ah, wrong. You're a 6 at best.
You think that was his platform?
That was his platform. Yep, that's exactly what he did. Man. And Ricardo, appreciate you for putting that up because I was about to mention that too. But he wasn't trying none of that with Nicki Minaj when he went on his show. When he went on her show, he was nice and polite, all cutesy with her. But on YouTube, when it comes to regular chicks that can't affect his money, that's when he started calming down. I didn't mean to turn this into a Kevin Samuels thing.
Get in there, Mike. But one thing for you to consider, Kev, you do realize that his biggest.
Hold on, you see what
his core
Lewis just said?
Women,
Thank
right?
you.
His core audience was women. So, and one thing with this show, my core audience is women on Man Talk Monday. Women want to hear what men think. So if you're calling it bashing, I call it them just finally wanting to hear what men think.
And like, women should want to hear. Oh, sorry.
I don't understand the cape factor in you, Kev. I don't get it.
Holy, but you're not bashing people on there.
I just want to say this real quick, and then I'll get out y'all way. Kevin, I find it hilarious that he thinks telling a woman the truth is abuse. That's funny to me.
I caught that.
That was hilarious. I want to say this for everybody out there, man or woman, that thinks Kevin Samuels gets raw with women every time they get on this show, right? I want you to learn something. If you go back and pay attention to any of the episodes, you'll see he always starts out respectful until the woman goes left. If there is an episode with him and this Jamaican lady, it was 30 minutes. No one raised a voice. No one overtalked each other. They had a conversation, and he was just this raw and honest with her. When she said, I think the rawest thing he said, she said something to the fact, well, should I accept that? I mean, I want a guy that's attractive. He said, a man's not supposed to be attractive. You're supposed to be attractive. A man's supposed to make money and provide. You're supposed to be cute. And she was like, oh, so I should just accept it? She's like, yeah, take that shit or get a cat and die. Like, this is the conversation they were having. And she was like this. You know what? I kind of understand what you're saying. Like, it was a respectful conversation, and they got off the phone with, all right, you have a wonderful, blessed day. Thank you again for your time. because that's how he spoke to people who are respectful. Every viral thing was a woman who was out of her mind. A woman saying men ain't this, or a woman saying, oh, I wouldn't mess with no regular guy. That's what got him pissed. Regular guy. Women who looked at men who make less than $70,000 like they were disgusting, diseased aliens, when that's everybody in their family. Women who talk about they want a man that makes 150,000 when they ain't never had a dude who made more than 40. That's what the problem is. The problem is the delusion. And it's always those types of women. It's not women, because there's a lot of, I know the majority of women I know in my life would see he's hardworking, he's a plumber, he does this, he treats me right, I love him, let's make it happen. It's these women who think they're better than they are. That's the problem. And I'm done.
Who are you to say that? Oh, I'm sorry,
Excuse
go ahead.
me? Excuse me?
Go ahead. What? Like, I find myself agreeing with Mike a little bit too much today.
I'm sorry. Mike is right. It is what it is.
I do.
Somebody got to be the villain.
I do want to ask this question though, because Wayne was holding back with the Dana video in the beginning.
I saw that it was annoying you.
Yeah, it was, because Wayne is holding back for some reason, just because he likes her. He follows her. So let me ask you a question. And this to the panel. Would she still have that same talking points if she didn't look the way she did?
Of course not.
Probably not.
That's the thing. How did you? I gotta start sending you the more uplifting stuff. But when the report came out that 1 out of 4 black women is getting married, and that's it, like 75% of black women aren't married. There's and it's even, I think it's almost 90% for professional black women. The thing is, they think that because they've achieved this so much and they've gotten this so much, and people hate to say the masculine, but they've gotten this temperament that I am a boss chick, I should get what I want. They think that they can man their way into what they want. And if they can't get it, oh, well, I will get a cat. And you know what? I say, cool. There's no conversation to be had. You ever had a conversation with someone in your family on drugs and you go, if you don't stop, you're going to die. And they say, well, I'm going to die with a rock in my hand. What's the next thing to say? Okay, I respect that. That's the end of the conversation for me. You tell me that you're willing to die for this. I'm not willing to die to change your mind. So you win. Okay, I'm going to go ahead to Chick-fil-A and get me some nuggets, because this conversation's over with.
Let me say this, and I want to play bad cop a little bit, just because
Kevin J.
Yeah, Kevin J crazy. They want a man with 150K, but she's in Section 8. So
she can dream.
Let me say this. That somebody don't want me to say what I'm about to say. Now I'm joking. Hold on.
It's a sign.
Let me say this real quick. And I always say on this show, hit dogs holler. So whatever I'm about to say, if it affects anybody, if it offends anybody, then whatever. But men and Zay sent me a video that, when I heard this, it just made all the sense in the world. But men are the only thing that appreciates with value. So you get a man, and a man gets in his highest earning years, late 30s, 40s, 50s. Like, that's when he's at his highest earning potential. He's at his sexual peak. You think that is when you're a teenager, but when you, like, I'm in my 40s now, and let's face it, I want to do it all the time. You get into your sexual performance peak, you make more money, you kind of know what you want to do with your life, and you're more established. But then you have women on the other hand, and please don't take this the wrong way, because I don't know how to say it any easier than what I'm about to say, but a lot of women are like cars. When you drive the car off the lot, it depreciates value at 30% once you drive it off the lot. We always talk about, women always talk, what do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? What do you bring to? So I ask y'all to ask yourself a real question. What are y'all bringing to the table? We statistically are going up with age. Whereas with you guys, you tend to go down because let's face it, she says she doesn't want anybody with kids. Me neither. I've always said I would never be with a woman with kids because I had that one bad experience in my life. I would never date a woman with kids. I would never date a woman with kids. Just don't want it, not gonna happen. But women in most cases are depreciating with value. And if the best you could tell me you bring to the table, because it always goes to this, is your sex, then like what are we really doing here? What are we really saying here? We statistically can show you as we get older, we're making more money. Y'all call it midlife crisis and stuff because we buy all these things and blah blah blah, but we're making more money. We're becoming more secure in our future. You know, we're doing better with investments and things like that. For the most part, a lot of us men are starting to make a conscious effort to be more health conscious, so that in our 50s and sometimes even 60s, we're still looking like 30, 40-year-olds. But women in some cases are like that car. Once you drive it off the lot, it depreciates with value. And what are you bringing to the table? Y'all love to say that y'all made the table and this and that, and everybody says I'm okay with being alone. I have this conversation with my wife all the time. I don't believe there's a woman in the world that at some point didn't want to be married, didn't dream about having a wedding and things like that. You guys just accepted the fact that you're probably never going to get married. So now it's let's change the narrative and let's move the goalposts. Oh, I don't ever want to be married again. I don't want to be married, blah, blah, blah. I call cap on that. But that's just my saying. I don't want to run this. We got a minute and a half left, so I'll let y'all ride out before the time go out.
Hey,
Nene talking about that, man. Nene, you don't apply to this, baby.
Hey man, like I said, I don't have time to convince somebody anything that don't want to listen. Everybody that talks to me or texts me on the phone, they know I'll tell you the truth. I'll keep it a buck with you. But once you say, well, that's just what I want. Okay, cool. Conversation over with. I'm too old. I'm too tired. Them days of me trying to convince people. You know how many they used to call me the crazy glue because I used to fix broken people. And I used to have all these broken exes, for real. These broken exes that were gorgeous women.
Yeah.
And like, you've seen my exes. Y'all have seen my exes. Women that look better than I should be able to pull. And I fixed them up, made them better, even made their credit better. And they all did the same thing. They were like, okay, I'm better. Let me get away from this chubby bastard. And then they left. And then they all came back. I call them my prodigal exes because, like I said, that grass over there was spray paint. You're not going to do better than me. I'm that dude. I know people go, oh, Michael be acting like this, and then he act cocky sometimes. Yo, no matter what, this has been one of the worst months of my life. But somewhere inside, I know I'm that dude. If I could just turn it on, I'm that dude. I know it. So I'm not going to waste my time or my life convincing you when I can go make my daughter laugh. I can go make my daughter laugh and feel better about my day. If you want to say I'm going to be alone in the hell with it, cool. I'll tell you this, just like Trevor said, that midlife crisis hits, that before the nursing home wall hits too. And that's when you see them old ladies running after any man that move. If it got a penis and it can walk, they trying to get it. And there's a reason that STDs are so high in nursing homes. Y'all should look them stats up. Because women, they give up and go, to hell with it. I'm just going to be a thought then. And they go right back to being thoughts in a nursing home because they never got a man. We are all human beings. We're not solitary creatures. No matter how much I've tried, we are meant to be with somebody. That's why even when women say they don't want to get married, they keep hoes around. That's why when dudes, even when they say, man, I ain't messing with these chicks, bro, I ain't got these, but they try to get a stable of chicks. It's what everybody does. I'm right now saying, man, it ain't gonna work out for me. Let a girl come tell me right now, hey, I thought you were cute. Hey, what's up with you? It's human nature. That's what we do. You're lying to yourself, ladies, if you say you want to be alone. But I also don't give a damn. So if you want to say it, enjoy yourself, get out my way, and let me holler at your sister.
I'd also like to add,
all right, go ahead, Kevin.
In conclusion, we are the table. That's it.
Yo, you are.
When you say who are you? When you say we, who are you talking about? Because I don't know what you sometimes.
Talking about women. They are the table. Him and his little.
I said us. I said the men. We are the table.
Okay. I thought you were selling out to a higher level, sir. I was about to fight you. I know where you live.
Oh no. I know my value. Well, okay, continue.
Ooh, say it again. Say it again.
I know my value.
Boy, stop whispering. Man,
Wait,
I know my value, y'all. But go ahead.
Damn right you know your value.
Somebody's mic. I don't know. Somebody. I hear humming again, like I was hearing Thursday, and that's normally because somebody's mic is doing something. Y'all let me know in the chat if you guys still could hear us. Good. Oh, see, Kev. So Kev muted himself, and I stopped hearing it.
It's Kev. Mike preaching the gospel is the same thing as saying Mike is right. I just want people to know that. Thank you, soldier.
All right. So before we get into the next story, there is no way for me to segue into this. But I will do my absolute best. So noticeably absent from the chat, you guys don't see Tequila, and you guys know Tequila is my favorite moderator. Tequila is always here first. It doesn't matter what show it is. Even if it's something that she doesn't watch, she's always here first, no matter what. She always shares everything out, and y'all make sure y'all let me know if y'all can hear me, because I don't want to say all this and then it's all mumbled. She always shares everything out, and she just pushes she pushes the straight talk society like hell. Like, I mean, like she pushes this work like nobody's business. As a matter of fact, when I started the podcast in 2020, my wife, Venkat, and her were the first 3 loyal listeners that I could rely on every single week. I knew that I was going to get those 3 listens from them every week, no matter what. And then it eventually grew to what it was going to grow to. And speaking of podcasts, I will be starting back the podcast in January, just because we put so much work into it, and people are still listening on Spotify, so I don't want to not do it. So I will be pushing it out. So like I said, Keela is here. Keela helps me out a lot, even when we're having the biblical debates and those guys are getting crazy in there. She'll be quick to put you out. I would say that's my hitter. I mean, literally, she's here for everything. Even if I'm playing Madden, or it doesn't matter what, it could be midnight, she is here for every single thing. But it is noticeable today that you do not see her. And the reason being is she got in contact with me yesterday, and then today she got in contact with Nene, and she said that it's okay to say it. I wasn't going to say, I would never say anything. But I'm thinking over the weekend, she lost one of her sons. And like I say, I've known her husband since elementary school. I want to say since like 3rd or 4th grade, as long as I've known Mike. And I've known Keela since 97. I think I was a senior. Okay, so 98. I was a senior. She was like a freshman or a sophomore. And she reached out to us, and she said that she lost her son, and it's hard on her right now, man. Even as I'm thinking about it right now, man. And I was just sitting here thinking, like, man, I hate to have to be the guy to segue this, but she trusts me enough. She got off of all social media. So I feel honored in the fact that her getting off of social media, that she would trust me enough to break this type of news to people. And she's just asking, man, the loss of your kid. And I don't know how old he was. He's a twin though. She has 2 twins, 2 twin boys. And she lost one of them. So I don't know. The funeral is Friday. I'm thinking it's this Friday. She said Friday. I'm just assuming it's this Friday. And she's asking if anybody could just help the family out. I mean, y'all know I don't ask y'all for money. That's one thing I don't do. But in this time, I will. you know, I feel like we're cultivating a family over here. That's why we are a society, straight talk society. So I'm asking if anybody can make a contribution. Her Cash App has been running down at the bottom of the screen all night. Yeah, so Nene says the funeral is Friday. She's distraught because this is not like you got to figure out how this would even make you feel to have to ask somebody this. But like I said, she entrusts me enough. Her and her husband, I've known them for years. They've been to my house. They were at my ordination service, you know. So it's like we're like real friends. This isn't just something like we're just talking, you know. Everything big, they were there. You know, they heard me talking about wanting a picture, and they ended up finding the picture that I was talking about and buying it for us and framing it and everything and putting it in the giving it to us as an anniversary present. So just if anybody, like I said, her Cash App is down at the bottom. So if anybody, I know we're going into the holidays. I know, and trust me, I know shit is hard, boy. You don't have to tell me. Shit is hard. But if anybody does have anything that they could give to the family, we would greatly appreciate it. Like I said, her Cash App is running down at the bottom. If I know sometimes people get weirded out, they don't want to let people know their numbers and stuff. If that's the case, you can send it to me, and I will definitely make sure that that her family gets it. We already sent something earlier, and I'm going to send something else again on Wednesday. And no dollar amount is too small, man, because y'all know Keela has never asked for anything, and people like that normally deserve the world. It's like we're just one of the sweetest people in the world. And my heart right now is broken, man, because just for more personal reasons. I didn't know her sons personally. I don't even think I saw him more than maybe once or twice outside of a picture. But we're in our 40s, so their kids can't be that old, can't be more than like 20 or something like that. And no parent wants to ever have to bury their son. No parent ever wants to have to bury their kids, man. Like that's the worst. That's got to be the worst feeling in the world, man, to have to see your kid laying up in the coffin. I remember John Q said, my son, he said, I'm not going to bury my son. I'm not going to bury my son. My son is going to bury me. And as parents, we all hope that our kids would be the one to bury us. But in the rare occurrences that it happens, that stuff like this happens, and she's heartbroken. Yeah, Moon Goddess, because I know Moon Goddess had to do that. One of my nephews died when he was like 6 months old. I mean, it's you never want to see kids laying in the coffin, man. You never. It's gotta be the worst. It's gotta be the worst thing in the world, man. And her son was premature. He was dealing with all type of issues. Y'all know how I feel about my daughter. My daughter was born premature, and it's just like to see, like to see this shit happen again, man. Like to one of my real friends. It'd be one thing if it was just somebody I was acquaintance with, but we've been out to dinner, we've been out on couples dates together. They were at, they've been to our house a few times. And like I say, when during my ordination service in 2020, like they were there front and center. You know what I mean? Which I didn't even know they found out it was happening and they just showed up. So, like I say, man, if anybody, the funeral is Friday, if anybody could help out, we've already given something, but I'm a give something else on Wednesday. I mean, just because of who it is, I always ask people to sometimes just look beyond yourself and be compassionate and try to put yourself in other people's shoes, man. Because the loss of a kid is there ain't no coming back from that, man. Like I don't know how the hell you're gonna deal with it. So I mean, if anybody, and I'll end with this: if anybody does pray and does believe in the Most High and stuff like that, man, y'all just say like an extra prayer for strength for the family and for her husband, because her husband has to deal with this. Like it's not his birth child, but now he has to deal with his wife losing a child. So like the strength that's gonna have to take to do that is unimaginable. So again, like I say, her Cash App is down at the bottom. And if anybody, and I do have it pinned up at the top. So if anybody could do anything, please help support that family. You know, just let her know that you love her and you're thinking about her, man, because she does so much for us over here. So I don't know, ain't no pivoting from that. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but we'll be right back. Let me go gather myself, and we'll be right back after these words from the sponsor.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Why? I want that.
Real authentic Jamaican street food. I just see you getting real cooking.
Wagwan.
Get the syrup. Did you hear my Michelle? Get the syrup. Slow it down now. Slow it down. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna take my glory when me creating myself and the Jesus.
Make the nice you always make now. But the nice guy don't want to work for you like a dead dog. You make the nice.
Monkeys.
Yeah, them place how we eat. And that's where you get the real flavor of the island.
Mega mash up this food, you know.
Huh? We can make a dinner for people. A big dinner for like a whole family.
All right, y'all make sure if you are in the Florida area, South Florida area, that you do check out Jerk Stop. That's Mike's homie's spot. So, and one thing I will say, Keela loves Man Talk Monday. I mean, I know she's probably not listening now, but in the event that she is, she loves Man Talk Monday because one thing we know how to do is entertain, and just to try to take your mind off of things, we are gonna try to entertain the hell out of you. So let me any of you guys got any words before I move on to the next the final video?
A lot of people, well, I don't think anyone knows this because she's never told anybody, but there was a time where I didn't feel like I was doing really good on the show. I know, they say when people that everyone could tell you're doing great, but that one negative thing knocks you down, you know what I mean? And I really didn't think I was doing that well. And I was like, I don't think I'm bringing any value to it. And this woman who is my first fan, who, has known me, peripherally since we were children, because we went to the same schools. And this woman wrote me an essay on how amazing I am. An essay. And ended it with, Mike is right. And bro, it's very rare. I know I come off as, uber confident sometimes, or like some people think I'm arrogant. Some people think I always have to be right. That's especially Trevor, but I don't. Like, I don't need to be right. I'm just usually right. But this woman owes me nothing, and because it had to have taken at least 30 minutes to write this. When I say an essay, bro, like, she wrote me an essay about me and had me feeling like, well, damn, can I clone you? Can I clone you and get, like, put you in my ego or something? Like, wow. And she is literally the reason I am on Man Talk Monday, why I'm on all the shows because Trevor only wanted me to do Man Talk Monday. He's never really asked me to do anything else. But Ketot put the battery in my back that I could do anything on here. She told me, you're going to be a top 5 person on this whole network. Step up and show the world what you can do. And ever since then, I haven't even thought that I'm not going to be here. Like, Trevor thinks one day Michael's nah, bro, I'm going to be here. Like, this is where I'm at. And Ketot is literally the reason. I don't think I've ever told anybody. I said once that somebody said it, but it was Ketot. Oh, snap. Hey, love.
Yeah, she's here. I didn't.
That's my first fan, bro. Like, she said some stuff to me. Bro, like, whenever my self-esteem is low, I literally go read it. And I can't at the moment because she's not on social media, but it's not like I don't know the sentiment. And she shows love from a place of pureness that you can't, if you are a good person, you can't help but want to absorb it and want to reciprocate it. That's why no matter what I do when I come in here, if you ever looked on any of your shows and you see me here first, and I'll be like, oh, I beat you, but it's still you, because it's still her. No matter what, it's Ketot. I love you, mama, and you got 100 coming from me as soon as I can get back my phone, because I'm using it for the show. But as soon as I get my phone back, you got 100 coming from me. That's not even a question. I'm sorry. I love you, and it will never be easy, but the memories you're going to have at the end are going to be all the good ones. And I hope you are fast. I hope God gets you to that time as quickly as possible. Now I'm gonna shut up because I'm just some weird guy on the internet. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah,
my condolences to you, Keela. And I know it's hard. Just take it one day at a time. And man, I know that's tough. I don't really have too much to say about that because I know that's tough. But take it one day at a time, and stay close to friends and family, people that are close to you. Lean on the people that that'll be there for you, and talk and grieve. As much as long as you have to. That's all I got to say about that. That's tough, and yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, I don't have too much to say, but yeah, I'm sorry this happened to you. I can't say I know the feeling, but having two friends pass away and burying my grandma this year, I can tell. It's tough to deal with. It's tough to deal with, but either way, I hope your life is filled with blessings, and you get through this and just let it out. Just let it out. I had a nice cry this weekend, and even though I miss my grandma, I just know that she's in a better place, and I know I have a memory still. So, the best thing we can do is just be strong for the people that we're here with, and just try to find as much support as you can, to be good to yourself. So, yeah, that's all I gotta say.
All right. Man, again, this, like I said, I started the Straight Talk with Trevor podcast in 2020. And like my first 3 listeners was my wife, Venkat, and Keela. And this was like legit before people actually start listening. Your Zays and your Mike, they came on a little later. Kevin, they start listening after like the first 2 or 3 episodes, but Keela was always there. I'm talking about like always, even asking me like when I got depressed and discouraged and was like, damn, nobody listening, she'd be like, hey man, where's the next episode? Or, like stuff like that. So y'all to understand why I'm taking so much time out to do this right now, just because of who it is. And like I said, I've known her husband since elementary school. I mean, I want to say I met him and Mike at the same time. I probably met Mike first. But I knew Keela when she was, I was a senior or a junior, one of the two. But either way, and we used to ride the same bus home. And I don't even know, I want to say we start talking because me and Me and her sister were friends. Yeah, me and her sister was friends, and like little sister just kind of attaches to big sister, and then me and Keela became closer friends than her and her sister, and it's just always been that way. Like it just continued to just be that way. So again, I think I mean this is hard, man. I'm not even gonna begin to try to think what she's going through. All I can say is hopefully we could do something to ease the pain for a little bit. I mean, I know that ultimate healing is going to come from the Most High, but hopefully we could do something to ease the pain just a little bit. And like I said, I know we already sent you something this morning, but definitely on Wednesday I'm gonna be sending you something again, and I hope that that the Straight Talk Society will follow suit. So I'm gonna go to commercial one more time, and then I promise you we'll be back with the last story. I see my brother-in-law's been waiting patiently in the back, so he does want to ride out on this next story because he's going to help Kev convince us. So we'll be right back after this break.
They gotta feel that some silent sense. I can never make it rain, but fine, I make it drizzle. Digging for some change, I got some dimes and some nickels. I can never make it rain, but fine, I make it drizzle. Digging for some change, I got some dimes and some nickels. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. I'm broke as a joke and I hope I don't lose my mind. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. I'm broke as a joke and I hope I don't lose my mind. Just got paid, but I'm broke. You think that it's a joke? It's really hard to cope when you feel like there's no hope. When your funds running low and your pockets looking slim, you don't know which way to go or which way to begin. Looks can be deceiving. What gave you that impression? Live in my position before you ask me questions. Why you jumping to conclusions? Illusions is not healthy. Through all of the confusion, I can't find a soul to help me. Stand alone through the rain, stand alone throughout the drought. Look in my pocket for some change, but ain't a thing coming out. Bills piling.
All right, and we are back. Let's get into the last story, and joining the panel for this one is my brother-in-law Brent. What's up, Brent?
What's going on, Cam? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Now you know why I brought you up here, because me and you had a good long argument for like 8 hours on this story. So we definitely gonna ride out on this one. So let me yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna see if I could put you down there with Kev, because y'all two going, man. All right, let's let's bring this up. Oh boy. And I'm pretty sure you guys heard about this already. Let me know when you can see it.
Okay, I can see it.
Question is, where's
How
Joe?
are you guys doing?
Where's Joe?
He's pretty pissed off with me. So he's been, I think he's at his sister's house. He's not talking to me right now. So yeah.
Keisha, how long ago, obviously we saw in the video that Joe's saying he had no idea that you had this account. How long is the account? Have you had the page?
I've had the page for at least over a year. It's on my Instagram and my LinkedIn, but that's what happens when you don't pay attention to your wife, period. And, you know, he has a friend that he's been entertaining, and she decided that, you know, she wants to really put a bigger, you know, wedge in our relationship. So she went digging around my page and was like, oh, do you know that she has this? And it blew it from that. I mean, it's no secret Joe's financial issues, you know, and I have always made a good life for myself, you know. Before I met Joe, I was living overseas in Europe. and I had established myself as a singer, and I came back here, thinking that with his persona and who he was, once we got together and I found out who he was, that it would only take off, other things. But, not everybody's hustle and drive are the same. And depression is a serious thing also. So, I've been just like, supporting and dealing and going through his trials and tribulations with him. I've started several businesses, I've been doing a lot, and I just figured out, I have a home in Cape Verde I'm trying not to lose, and a roof over here we're trying to maintain that we almost got kicked out of. So I just kicked in the drive and did what I had to do, and he won't do it. So I had to, and I'm sorry, you knew I was an adult video star when you met me. So if I would do anything for my own survival, then what makes you think that would change now? When I retired from the adult industry, I promised myself, if I don't sing, I don't eat. So when, my music career wasn't popping here, when I left Germany and I stayed here for him, I figured, I would, start a business. I started a puppy friend social club business, a dog sitting business. And then COVID happened and that screwed everything up. I have a moving company, that he actually works for me. Like, he works for my moving company. I'm tired of being the one to figure shit out. So I figured it out the best way I know that can maximize the money that needs to come in, because I'm tired of living minimal, it's not fair. And I don't understand how you could have had such a maximized life and be so content. This is ridiculous. But we've been together for almost 13 years, though. We've been together since 2012, like after his retirement. And it really wasn't a retirement that he wanted. It was a forced retirement because he just got locked out after the lockout in the 2011 lockout. You guys remember,
Right.
He just never got a new job. Nobody wanted him anymore. So, there was a depression, and I've been going, dealing with all of this stuff. And I'm sorry, I'm not sorry for what I'm doing. I'm just sorry that he can't understand that that wasn't a selfish decision. It was a decision that I made. I made an executive decision when my man wasn't taking the lead. I really love Joe. I love him. If he never speaks to me again, I still will do things to help him or whatever I can, because he's my family. He's like an intricate part of my life, and I just want the best for us. And I wish he wanted that also. That's really where I'm at. I wish that he wanted the best for us, because he's not really wanting the best for himself. So I can't expect him to do for me what he can't do for himself, I guess. And that's why I just did what I had to do.
Have you drawn that line in the sand that you will continue doing OnlyFans?
Unless something else happens that, changes that, no, I'm going to continue my OnlyFans. I think as a couple and just him individually, he needs counseling to help find out how to re-find himself and find his new place in the world. It's really hard once you've had a major career. You were this number one draft pick, and then everything ends. How do you deal with that? I don't want to be alone, but if that's what it has to be, that's what it has to be. But I don't think we'll have a divorce. I don't think so. I think he'll come around.
All right. Before anybody goes, let me put this timer up, and because I had to do the thing with about Keela. We're getting close to our time, but in fairness, because this conversation is going to get really crazy and there's 5 of us up here, I want to give it enough time to get through it. Just so everybody knows, kind of be succinct with what you're saying. Don't go off in a tangent, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of stuff we want to get out. But we'll start off by saying, she's talking about Joe Smith. If people aren't familiar with him, former NBA basketball player. I want to say he amassed like $60 million in his career. Joe Smith was a big deal back in the day. Maybe injuries derailed him or whatever, where he didn't reach his full potential. But now she is doing an OnlyFans page because she thinks that that's her way of keeping up the lifestyle that she had. So I'm very interested to see what the panel is going to say. And the last thing I will say is this: I am not on his side, just so everybody knows, because I don't want people to think I'm defending him. When you hear my anger and vitriol tonight, it will be against her actions. I'm not defending him because you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. And unfortunately, too many men are trying to do that and be the whole Captain Save a Hoe and all that stuff. It doesn't work. Let's stop kidding ourselves. It doesn't work. Nobody marries the strippers. Nobody marries the prostitutes. It doesn't work that way. It does not work. So, let me hit go on this thing and let's have a conversation, fellas.
Yeah, that poor woman, man. I don't know what he's bringing her through, but
kick you off, Kev. Shout out to Juju, just came in. The Juju, you just hit it right at the right time. The link is in the chat. If you do want to come up on the panel, the link is in the chat for any woman that wants to come up on the panel. All right, Kev, go ahead.
That poor woman, man. Oh my gosh, watching that, my heart was just being torn to pieces, yo. Because she's over here, she got to do what she got to do to survive, man. And her man isn't keeping up.
That's right. I agree.
Now, okay, now let me give you a serious answer. So yeah, I agree. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. So I really don't blame her for doing what she does, because I mean, she's a prostitute. She's doing what she did to survive. I don't know what her backstory is, but it's not her fault that, you know, a dude was simping and he picked her as an option, and that she's doing what she did, right? It's a fish that's swimming. So what do you expect in this situation? I think Joe Smith shouldn't complain in this situation. He should just try to fix it. Because yeah, he did have a ton of money when he was playing basketball, but I guess through divorces and I guess contracts with the NBA, everything went bad. But either way, like this whole situation is a result of his actions, from where he cheated on his first wife and she ended up divorcing him. And I think this is his second or third wife. I'm not too sure. But I would say the only issue I would see on the women's side is that she didn't tell him that she's stressing out about her survival, or at least their survival. But it looks like from what she's saying, it's already been a conversation, being that, you know, he's her employee, which is kind of sad. So yeah, I feel for her. You're on mute.
Okay.
I think you're on mute.
I thought Wayne would have went.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. I know. I got it. A lot to unpack, but I ain't gonna take a whole lot of time. I know we ain't got a lot of time. Well, yeah. I mean, she picked him. I mean, he picked Adult Star. So you know, that's what I'm not defending him on this one. Only thing I would say though is that she was wrong for videotaping and putting their business out there. You know what I'm saying? Keep it sacred. If that's the case, when she was doing all the tears and stuff, and that she loved him, if that was the case, then she wouldn't be out in their business like this. She wouldn't be recording the man reaction to her OnlyFans and letting it and posting it and letting it go viral. She's a POS for that. But yeah, this is what happened when you lead with money. You know what I mean? And again, that's what he's exactly what the red pill tell you not to be, or the manosphere tell you not to be. You know what I mean? And this is why. So, you know, this is the purpose of, you know, a lot of times a lot of these men content creators, when they're talking to men, it's the change that chip, like the Winter Soldier. It's the destroy that chip in your brain. So, you know, but he led with his money when he met her. He thought, I mean, he was like, okay, she's a dope star. And again, I don't know what the contract was before when they got married or whatever, as far as like she wasn't gonna never go back to that or whatever. But yeah, I mean, this is what happens when you lead with money and you marry that type of woman. You know what I'm saying? So she's going to revert back to that. She said it. So I just say the only thing I would say is that I don't believe in when she says she loves him. I don't believe the tears. I think she's advertising herself, and I think she's just a piece of shit for putting it all on out there for the public to see. If that's your husband and you love him like that, you keep your issues sacred. You keep your issues in house. That's it.
She has really nice titties, by the way. I checked her page.
Yo, I'm so confused, right? I understand we're gonna look at him and say you chose a hoe.
Oh, hold on, Mike. Hold on. I was talking this whole time and nobody heard me. I was on mute. Hey, Dwayne, it's telling me that you're trying to connect. So you may have to get to a better location or something because it's not letting you in. And Juju, like I said, the link is in the chat. Let me put it back in there because you got a lot to say. You're typing a lot. And I know you don't hit panels, but you've hit mine before. So the link is in the chat if you want to come up and rock out. All right, go ahead, Mike.
But let's be clear. We all understand the outlying factors. We understand he married a thought pocket, and this is what comes with it. We understand that she's a SA, and I guess that once you're an SA, you can't be any more than that. So that's you're always going to run back to being that. I guess that's what you're saying, which goes against what all women say all the damn time. That was my past. But I'm not even here for that. I'm just here for the utter disrespect. Like, it was already wrong that you recorded this, right? And everybody knows if you don't think you're wrong, you don't hide something. So if you had it for a whole year and never thought to tell him, you knew what you were doing would upset him. You knew that. And now you get on national television and try to emasculate this man while saying you love him. You say every filthy thing he ain't really been earning for 13 years.
You saw that, right? You heard that, right? That's crazy.
That's disgusting. Why would you talk about your husband like that? Now, if he came on here and talked about all the times you caught chlamydia when he couldn't give you none because you were a filthy hot pocket, like then you would all be like, what kind of man do? This is stuff that pisses men off. They love to tell men what a man should do and men shouldn't do, but there's nobody telling people what women shouldn't do. I don't give a damn what she used to do in her life. That's their business. I don't give a damn what she's doing now. That's their business. But to get on TV and to embarrass a person that you said in front of God that you wanted a union with makes you a subhuman piece of garbage to me. You are garbage. Everybody here knows how I feel about my ex-wife, right? But I've never come on here and disrespected her. I've said we didn't work. It is what it is. We have differences of opinion. I'll never get on here and say she's this and she's that. That's the mother of my child. Same thing I told her husband. She's married, and I told him, if you put hands on her, I'm going to put something in you. And you can take that whatever way you want. Because she is the mother of, once there is that union, there's no reason for the disrespect. You can't tell me you love me and tell the world.
Somebody mute. Whoa.
What is that?
Yeah, what's going on?
He did not like what you said.
You know I got ADHD. Now I'm looking at this dolphin molesting the NBA thing. God dang it. All right, my bad.
You said the sanctity of marriage. Go ahead.
Oh, but I see Brent can't connect for some reason. He keeps falling off. But E just hit the panel, and I will say we are on a time limit. So if anybody does hit the panel, come in and get your point up so we can still keep within our time, because I do want some crosstalk to go on here. What you got for us, E? Long time no see.
Yeah, peace and blessing, brothers. How y'all doing?
Peace to you. Peace to my G.
Good, we good.
Right.
What up?
I think this is kind of a weird way to look. I mean, this whole thing of publicizing all your damn business is crazy for one. But you can look at these things from quite a few vantage points. I mean, you kind of see what she's saying, and you kind of see. I guess you can see a little bit from his perspective as well. You know, high value individual, go to the club, meet a porn star or however you want to call it, stripper or whatever, and end up turning it into your wife or whatever. You knew what you was getting into. I don't blame that against either party or whatever. But at the same time, as a man, what are you doing if you know they have this expectation, especially when you done came from million dollar, high net worth or whatever, to just stop? What made him just said, was he depressed or whatever, and just said, start doing drugs? I'm waiting on that to come out. Oh, you doing drugs or you drinking or whatever, because $60 million is hard to blow through, I ain't got 60 million, but goddamn, $60 hard for me to blow through. But anyway, but that's what I'm trying to figure out. And if you put her in this situation where now she's against the wall, what you think she's going to resort back to? What the easiest way to make money? If
You
she's
must be running.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I'm actually I'm just walking around in circles. I am doing a couple things, but but nah.
Hold on, because I got some pushback on what you just said,
I
and
got pushback on that.
That's why I want Brent to come back on here. You said when he put this is my overall problem with this is that's why I always advocate, and Ricardo put it in there too, for sex workers, because here's the deal: when you get into a certain tax bracket, you shouldn't be getting married to random gold digger X. Like it's an issue that now she's saying, oh, my lifestyle. Well, what about the vows that you took with this man, for better or for worse? She mentioned, I got a moving business, I got a dog catering business, a dog grooming business. She mentioned some other businesses that she had. It all comes down to this, and nobody ever wants to call them out. She is making money. If she wasn't making money in those businesses, she would have never mentioned them. Not to mention all the free publicity she is now going to get for said businesses because she mentioned it on TMZ. The bottom line is this: like a lot of these women, I want to show my ass on the internet. That's the whole purpose of this. Is I want to show my ass on the internet. She's not hurting for money. She's not hurting for money. And the fact that she threw in, oh, I employ him, she ain't hurting for money.
Oh, you knew that was a punch. You knew that was a punch. That whole marriage.
Don't miss me with that. Like, that's
the
crazy.
marriage was formality anyway. There's no substance in that. Come on, let's cut through the baloney. We can see through that bullshit. I mean, we can see through that. Let's cut through the baloney. So that was just her get back at saying, hey, look, how can I, demasculine this guy? Hey, he worked for me. He was all that. Now he worked for me. He worked for the stripper.
Y'all get in there, fellas. I'm trying my hardest not to just go crazy.
It sounds like you got an issue about his choice in women.
I don't. Mike, get him, because I'm telling you. Mike, I'm telling you.
Hey, you the man that made him a bomb. You the fool that called him the phenom. Handle your business.
Kevin,
that's who he picked. He picked a woman who wants all the attention, right? Same with Will and Jada. So what's the issue? And you got to agree that this is giving her publicity that she never would have gotten before.
Exactly, but Kev, what I'm saying, that's why I said I'm not absolving him at all, because he's an idiot in this case. Don't marry her. I think I said this last week. That's why women, ladies of the night, a call girl, whatever you want to call them, they're good for instances like this, because 9 out of 10 is just about him getting off. So if in that 60 million, he needs to put a budget to the side, like, hey, this is for this. This is for this. I can't understand these dudes marrying porn stars and marrying women that's what they do for a living. They show themselves online. I wouldn't even holler at a girl on the internet that shows herself like crazy. Me and my wife met on Facebook. We knew each other as kids, but we reconnected on Facebook. She never wore anything revealing. She never saw pictures of her pushing her titties up in the camera or nothing showing her ass or anything. She was a virtuous woman. She never showed her body off. So I don't get like these men. You feel like you don't have to wife them. If it's about giving money and having sex with them, then do that. Don't wife them, because when you wife them, this is what ends up happening to you. Now they could go across the line and make a fool out of you. Wait, somebody need to move their mic. Somebody's mic is, I think that's you, E.
Oh, my bad. I'm crunching at the same time. My bad.
Now they could go across the internet and make a fool out of you. And if you leave her, she's taking half. And that's the issue. And that's my whole issue with this. Again, I don't give it. Hey, Joe Smith could have been named Jack Johnson for all I care. I don't care. That's not the point. The point is, why are we marrying the porn star? Because you put what they said on How to Be a Player. You put a creature in an environment and change their environment, whatever. They're gonna either adapt or they're going to die off. And in her case, she told you like, hey, I'm going to adapt to my situation. I'm just going to revert back to what I've been doing. So I don't absolve him. He knew what she was. And then that just getting the whole conversation, again with, messing with women that have all these men, but that I'm not even going to do that this time. Man, y'all get in there, man, because before I run off on
what's the underlying issue right here with this topic here, with this story? What is the underlying issue? Is it he married a stripper? Is it what, she shaking her ass for cash online? I mean, what's the underlying issue?
You talking about my issue or the issue of the video? The issue of the video is her disrespecting him with the OnlyFans account and saying that basically he knew what he married, but you only do it because he fell hard on his luck. And I love that she's trying to diagnose him now. Oh, he needs to have therapy. He needs to do this. What about you?
So she been doing this for a whole damn year without even mentioning it.
Yeah.
There was that marriage formality, man. That marriage was a joke from the start.
Clearly.
So y'all love each other. You love him so hard. You gonna help him if y'all break up and everything. You're still willing to help him. You married, and you up here on behind the scenes shaking your ass for cash. Like, I would have a problem with that too. I mean, you think about it, you out with your boys and they talk, man, I met this chick on what's the name? And you go look, man, that's my damn wife, man. What?
Wayne, get in there, Wayne. But Kevin J says, because niggas are delusional to believe they got a baddie. But Kevin, I'll tell you this: most men that have a baddie, they still mess around with the regular girl because it ain't about how they look. It's not about how they look. That's how 9 out of 10 you see these dudes cheating on these bad chicks with the fat ugly girl, is because that fat ugly girl can cook and she treats them like a king. So the looks ain't everything. I'm done. I'm muting my mic now. Y'all go ahead, man, because I'm.
I think I made my point loud and clear. He knew what he got into. I wouldn't be surprised if this was like some type of publicity stunt by the both of them, just to bring up the views. But yeah, other than the fact that she hid it from him, I mean, this is what he deserves, to be honest.
Hey, let's keep it a buck. I tell people all the time on this show, y'all heard me say it a couple times today, there's a big percentage of men that are lames. These dudes are lames. And every real dude knows the answer to this question. What do you call a lame? What do you call a lame that got rich? A lame with money.
A lame deal with money.
Still lame. He's still lame.
Exactly. A lame with money. That's what this dude is. Just like that big dude in where he at? On the Pelicans. What's that dude name on the Pelicans? The rookie? Well, he ain't a rookie no more, but the superstar.
Zion.
Yeah, just like Zion. Ran off and was having raw sex with a literal active porn worker, giving her hundreds of thousands a month. These is lames that got money. That's it. These are sucker dudes that make it hard for real dudes to get women. These the dudes that have women out here thinking that they're next in line to find the next simp. That's why they act that way, because suckers like this exist. Like who in their right mind sees a porno star, watches her get money shot after money shot after money shot, and thinks, that's where I want my kids to come from? I'm confused.
Talk to him, Mike.
You know what I'm saying? Like real dudes don't even want to think about the dudes that they girl mess with that they don't know. I can turn on Pornhub and watch the dudes that mess with your girl right now. Like, what are we talking about? You bro, you lame as hell. You let this shit, and I guarantee you, I don't know nothing about them. Bet money, the majority of the money that they missing is some stuff she wasted it on.
So
she
retired after she met Joe.
Of course, he retired her. He took her off the camera and put her in there knowing she couldn't cook. I bet they had to go out to dinner to Mr. Childs every day.
And so he retired her, and he thought that she ain't had that stripper money in her mind all this time she been retired. Like,
of course,
don't get bad, man. I was making $10,000 a night.
She probably was cheating on him. She probably had a billionaire friend that this probably a game. She running to just keep it going, get her OnlyFans up, and then she gonna trade him in for a billionaire like Rihanna did or like Eve did. That's what they do. They play with these little, he's got a little bit of money, little athlete, cool. Now let me get this banker who actually got long money. These aren't women. These are certified sniper whore bags. That's what they do. Their job is to find the money, get the penis, and then get the money through the penis. That's what they do. You think you busting a nut, you're really busting your bank book. That's what they do. And if you dudes still falling for, hey, y'all hear me tell women all the time, if you still falling for the game that people was falling for in high school, it's your fault. Same way to you dudes. If you still falling for the thought pocket games that they was running in high school, I blame you. You a sucker, you a punk, you a lame, and I hope she gets you for everything you worth, and I hope I walk by when she dropped the purse, because I'll pick it up and walk off with it, and both of y'all could be broke.
That part.
Y'all lame as hell. Come on, y'all ain't disgusted by this. I'm supposed to sit back and I'm supposed to feel like these are part of my community. No, these are subhuman garbage people. They not us. I don't claim these people. And I'm talking to you, Joe Stupid Smith. You think I forgot when you got caught doing that foolishness back in the day and lost out on your contract? That's why you missing some money, because you got the NBA caught you trying to do some slick under the table stuff. I remember you.
This is what bothers me though, is she's bragging about, and this is what I was getting on Brent about. She's bragging about the fact of all the businesses that she has. I'm almost willing to say 80% that those businesses were started with his money.
I'm willing to say 95%.
Bingo.
So now you're taking his money. Yeah, you the wife, because that's why they be wives, so they can stash on the dude's money. Like, every video we see where the women be hiding money in secret accounts and stuff like that. But nevertheless, she's bragging on these businesses that she has, and she makes it a point to let us know that she employs him. It ain't that she's employing him. He's basically getting a return on his investment, because he's the one who started all the damn businesses. Like,
facts.
The insanity. This is why I have such an issue. It's the audacity of what she's doing. Again, I don't care what like I said, his name could be whatever. I don't care about who he is. It's the audacity to go out and embarrass this man like this. That's the craziness. But then they don't want us to have to say anything about it, because that's their way. That's them surviving. Well, excuse me, ma'am, if I don't think you had to shake your ass in front of the world to survive. Juju said in the chat, why don't he work at Dollar General? Why don't she work at Dollar General if it's about survival? Why does survival have to include you showing your what Mike love to say, your vulva, and what's the other words you use, Mike?
I say that women feel like empowerment is showing their secondary sexual assets.
Bro, like it's crazy, man. Like why is that the answer? $60 million this man made. You mean to tell me y'all wasn't straight? We know that most athletes go broke after 3 to 5 years of losing the league. We know leaving the league. But if you were such a survivalist, if you were so much of a boss and you were siphoning off that money, why didn't you siphon that money and use it to make more money, that in the event that he wasn't going to play in the league, we knew he wasn't going to be in the league forever. Why didn't you use that money to make more money? Like,
you're confused, Trevor.
So push come to shove, now you don't have to do this anymore.
Because she made it sound like it's her business. It's her business.
She's got that money. That money's in a bank somewhere that he don't know about. She got that money.
We don't know that.
Not notice that her clothes ain't looking beat up.
She said it, but they married now, but she her businesses. These are her businesses.
Yeah, you don't remember that business? You don't remember that chick who the man was like, you took $50,000 out of the account, and she was like, yeah, that's for me. That's how they think. That's her money. She ain't gonna put her money to the bills. That's what his money's for.
In the famous words of the lovely Janet Jackson, in one of her songs, she says, "What have you done for me lately?" Okay. That's a lot of women have that attitude. No matter what you do for them in the beginning or what you do for them during relationships, it's what have you done for me lately?
Lately.
There you go.
That's
so Wayne, you're not, because I know you don't agree. We, again, I don't think none of us on here agree with him. It's we're not taking his side.
Nah.
Yeah, but it's the disrespect, man.
Yeah, I think I said it. I mean, I said it in my first. She for letting them out, let the business out like that, like you say, the jabs that she was throwing at him on TMZ, and it says something about why this is even a story. You know what I'm saying? How did this thing get to TMZ where she get a solo interview? Says a lot about the culture. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, she was outing him, throwing him under the bus. He works for me, and depression, and he needs to seek counseling and all that. Mind you, now she's on line with her ass out, but he needs the counseling. But that's a story for another day.
But she loves him.
But where was all that in this love and this marriage? What was the let's work together, let's build a business together?
Facts.
All of this now is I. He down, but I guarantee it wasn't I when you was retired from twerking on the pole. It wasn't I then.
Mm-hmm.
He taking care of us is us and us. They love they know when to use those plural verbs and stuff. I mean those plural words there. Us and we and stuff like that. But then when it get tough, it's I. Get singular real quick, don't it?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
Okay, I was about to say, get in there, Kev. Get in there.
Are you good? This is everybody on the panel, but so we already do this for free, right? But if someone offered you millions, you telling me you wouldn't shake your dang-a-lang?
Man, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. In the words of Mike,
it's a legit question. You already do it for free. You probably send it to like at least 3 girls.
So are you asking me would I be an adult entertainer? Is that what you're asking?
The whole panel, yeah.
You saying if I was offered $1 million?
A million, millions, 100,000s, whatever the number is.
If I would do it, you saying porn? You saying would I do porn if I was offered $1 million?
OnlyFans, right?
If my face, do I have to show my face? Do I have to?
You can
on
wear a
now.
lion mask, to be honest. Just wear a
I didn't
lion
say you
mask.
porn. I said OnlyFans.
Take that million.
Yeah, I
I'll
didn't say
take that
porn
million.
now. I
If
said
I ain't got to
OnlyFans.
show my face, I'll take that meal.
When you gonna take that meal?
I'll take that meal. If I ain't got
Hey,
to show my face,
hey,
I'll take
Kev,
that
shut
meal.
the whole panel down just there.
I'll take that meal. I know everybody like, you know what?
Hey, you got that wrestling mask on?
That's what I'm saying. I'll take that. I'll take that meal.
Hey, Kev just shut the whole
Yeah.
panel down. Just
And he ain't
Shut
shut
it
nothing
down.
down. I'll keep it a buck with you, Kev. If I got a woman that I'm with that has millions at her disposal and can get more millions off her name in the future, and all I got to do is support her and get her mental health back up, no, I'm not doing OnlyFans, especially since I know that it's going to be predicated on who I am, and that who I am that honor can never be gotten back. Because you can't tell me if Mr. Marcus or Lexington Steele or Wesley Pipes show up, you trying to do business with them. Because once you get tarnished and you put online, there's no way in the world you're gonna have a real business deal with real corporations to make money. This man's name, Joe Smith, he could go back to school and get a coaching job. He can go back and get a TV gig if he puts his work in. But not if my name. Not if my girl could go to the WNBA and get a job or become something. But once she becomes the wife of OnlyFans star, blah, 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 Mango Mike, that's all a wrap. You thinking short term. All of y'all thinking short term. I'm thinking long term. I'd rather a job making $100,000 a year for the next 20 years than $1 million right now. Because that $1 million is going to get ate up by the government and it's going to be gone quick, especially when her thotty tail, you see she got bags. I bet you her closet ain't lacking. I bet her closet ain't lacking for shoes and bags and purses. So like I said, nah, I'm good. If my girl making millions or she got a name that can make millions off of that, I'm gonna hustle that name first. That's how I feel. Y'all
I
go
wonder
ahead
how
and
old she
put your
is.
mask back on.
I wonder how old she is, because just to my earlier point, she just is becoming diminishing returns now. She's trying to get the last bit of mileage out of them tires, before nobody wants to look at her anymore. I mean, and that's the truth of the matter there.
I mean, there's granny porn out there, but
I can't stand you, Kevin.
He is
but
killing
I was gonna say ask Mike a question. All right, okay. So you said you wouldn't do it.
Well, Dwayne, I mean, you are only hearing one side of the story, which is hers. So I mean,
right.
Get him, Wayne. Get him, Wayne.
You got to take that. You got to take that in consideration. See, I hate that. I hate when guys make those type of conclusions, and women too, when you just hear the woman's side of the story and assume that's just what it is. I don't know if y'all heard a piece in that part when she said, well, his lady friend had let him saw my OnlyFans page or something to him, and she said something about this is what happened when you don't pay attention to your wife. So I don't know if her outing him had something to do with the fact that the lady friend told him about the OnlyFans, and this is where it's come from, her videotaping them and putting them out there. But I will say this: it's one side of the story, and you remember when one person is eager to come out and tell all the business, it ain't 100% correct. The first one that always want to come out and tell everybody business in a relationship, when a relationship goes wrong, a lot of times, you got to hear the other side of the story, because that person can be full of shit.
Facts.
Yeah, we never and shout out to Maria G. Maria G says she out. She probably like, man, what the hell? Man, talk Monday. Who is this? Ricardo says, what happens to the OnlyFans? What happens to these OnlyFans people when they have kids and their kids see the video? Ricardo, I don't think they care. They don't care.
I do.
You care, or you think they care?
No, I care. That's why I wouldn't do it.
Okay,
have a conversation with my 15-year-old daughter about why daddy's thong is all. Daddy got a thong, one of them elephant thong panties on with his dick out. Nah, I'm good on that. I ain't trying to have a conversation with my kid when she go to school and that the kid, you know how we was in school. If we knew somebody in school that mommy and daddy was on OnlyFans, you know what I would have did? You remember me when I was young, bro?
we would have put him out there.
Bro, I would
Dang,
have
your
had
mama
shirts
fine.
made. I would have had shirts made. I'd have had a song about it. Every time you walked
Dang,
into
your mama
class,
fine.
I'd have made you a nickname. Bro, I'd have roasted everybody that looked like you.
I'd have had a shirt with your mama picture say, "Dang, your mama
What?
fine."
I'd have had
Hell
fake tattoos on your mama cooter. I'd have took pictures of scenes and had them stuck to your locker. Like, you know what I'd have did to you?
Oh boy.
There was a girl who peed herself in 5th grade. I mean, when we were in elementary school. I still remember her name to this day. And if she ever say anything to me, I start shut up, little pee-pee girl. Like, I still do it to this day.
Dang, your mama fine.
You know, that's
And she was
gonna be
fine.
right.
You remember
That's
that?
Say that again, Kev.
Don't try to ignore me.
I didn't.
I'm
I
trying to
wanted Mike
remember.
to
I'm
finish.
trying to remember the girl you're talking about, but
you want the initials?
No.
No, I was gonna say it's gonna be interesting seeing like what's gonna happen in the future, because sex work is basically becoming like a normal thing now. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that's like a normal thing that school kids see, especially since that OnlyFans is popping and was really popular like during the pandemic. So I don't know, maybe it'll be different in the future where kids would be like, oh, I saw your mom on OnlyFans. Oh, okay, I saw yours too. Something
Hey,
like
Kev,
that.
you think that's a good thing?
Oh, hell no.
But
That's a
you,
structure of society right there, but
you're
it's gonna happen.
co-signing all the foolishness that's making it keep coming. You're the one that says no matter what she does, she should be able to do it. No matter what she does, she should do it, and we should be proud for her. No,
I ain't say all that.
Man, that's how you act every day. You think me and Trevor saying we don't want our kids wearing fishnets at 5 for no reason? This is what it leads to. Promiscuity at an early age leads to this. Leads to this thought process, boys and girls.
Yeah. Well, either way, he's from what I'm seeing, Joe Smith rewarded the prostitute. So I mean, well, not prostitute, but the sex worker. So I can't, like I said, I can't blame her for being who she is, because he knew who she was. So,
but you blame him more though.
But you blame him for being who he is.
Definitely, yeah. Supply and demand. We would have porn wouldn't be $1 billion industry if people weren't watching it. So, and if people weren't buying the service. So I'm not gonna blame the supplier. I'm gonna blame the people who want the demand.
So you don't blame drug dealers? Yeah, shut up. Exactly. Shut your ass.
Got him. Let him get it out. Let him get it out. Let's hear it.
You must not know.
Let him get it out.
Let me finish. Can I finish? All right. Yeah, drug dealers. That was a fire comeback. Yeah, drug dealers. I mean,
I know
they are who they are, but I mean, I've met drug dealers in high school and college, and I know one thing is I was smart enough not to smoke crack. Anybody who smokes crack, you're an idiot. So I blame the idiot who takes the supply as opposed to the person who's supplying it.
You dodging now. You dodging.
Yeah, you saw that. You see that?
It's the crackhead problem, right? It ain't got nothing to do with drug dealers. A fine, upstanding young man, right?
Yeah, he's a hustler.
You are the.
I'm kidding.
You lucky I'm not allowed to say certain words.
Yeah, you done.
I'm kidding, but no, I do blame the person who takes the drugs the most, because we all know what crack does. We all know what prostitution leads, or sex work leads to, stripping leads to. So why should I be mad at the supplier? I mean, they wouldn't be there if it wasn't for the person doing it or taking it. So that's where I'm at. I'm in the accountability lane as opposed to putting blame on certain people or certain things. So that's where I'm coming from.
And she's not accountable for ruining the fabric of society that you just said you wanted to save?
Hey man, she might be saving lives, yo. There might be one nut job who's ready to beat up on a chick, but after he watched her videos, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna chill today.
That was the most asinine thing you've ever said on this entire show.
What is going on?
Hey, I blame
Just
you
mute
and
his
Tucker.
mic.
Y'all make him feel like he doing the right thing. He know he out his damn mind. And Trevor gave him a bomb.
If we didn't have 2 minutes, I go in on that.
Kevin J says the OnlyFans moms fail to recognize these moments trigger boys to lose respect for their moms and women.
Facts.
Again.
Facts. Yo, you need to get Kev on the show one of these days.
Kevin know he could come on whenever he want.
Kev be spitting nothing but knowledge.
All right, fellas, y'all gonna wrap it up with this dingbat, so we can go and get out of here.
Oh my, she disgusts me. She is what's wrong with our society and community. This is why I don't claim these people. They are not one of us. They are them. They disgust me. I hope she gets athlete's foot on her clitoris. To hell with you, heifer.
Damn, how you get that?
I'll find a way.
Vitriol.
Man.
Might go hard.
I hope she get vulva dandruff. Bump that.
Oh boy.
Lordy Lord.
All right, with that, I'm done. I'm done.
I don't know how to follow up that, but
I'm done. Ain't no following that one. I'm done.
Oh man.
Y'all can go in and close out. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm about to close. Yeah, I'm about to close out. Alrighty. Well, that was interesting. Yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna blame fish for swimming, so I'm not gonna blame her for being a thought. Yeah, and yeah, it's supply and demand. Listen, you want the supply, you gotta deal with the consequences. So if we're telling you, if you're seeing all the danger signs, if your people are telling you don't do that, don't do this, and you do it anyway, and the consequences happen, you just got to eat that, or at least try to fix the situation. But I got nothing to say. I got nothing else to say. All right, y'all. It's been good.
You see, Kevin J is agreeing with you.
Oh, there you go. Hey, Kev, we gotta do a podcast together for sure.
He probably just took a shot.
You said what?
He's not in his right mind. He probably just took a shot or something. or
He's mad Kevin you didn't get a bomb. Put your name on it.
Please. Ugh. Hey, everybody, get ready. Kev is gonna be at all the court cases wearing a shirt saying "drug dealers go free."
Free that man. He didn't do nothing.
There you go. Who's next?
All right, boys. All right,
bro.
boys. Funny show. I'm gonna catch y'all later, even though y'all think I'm crazy. See you
all right,
later.
peace, Jeff. Peace.
Peace.
Go ahead, Brent. You up?
No, not Brent. E.
Oh, that's E?
Yeah, Brent couldn't get back on.
Oh, my bad. I didn't see the tight shorts. Go ahead.
Go ahead, E, with your crackly mic. Go on, give us the close out right quick.
My bad. That's the oh, my bad. No, Joe knew he was getting into a risky investment, so can't really blame him. We ain't hear his side of the story, but hey, the chick, she was so out of pocket. It's just she the flags were just flying all over the place, and so I mean, I expected that from her. Once them dollars start to slowly come in, from where they used to be, things eventually things was gonna change. So this whole process was never thought out on both sides or whatever. But who to blame? I don't know. She like I said, she way out of pocket. Joe he knew he was getting into a risky investment, and he should have had an exit strategy, 5-year plan. But hey, yeah, man, it's a great show always. I try to get in here, but sometimes I be working a little late. But I definitely try to get in here and be in some more shows. Though, love the energy, love the dialogue here is always entertaining and good content. So. Peace and blessing to you, brothers. Until next time.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace. Peace.
Be safe, bro.
All right. Once again, dope show. Peace to all the fellas that was on the panel. everybody in the chat. Once again, my condolences to Tequila. That's it, man. Let's do it again next week. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
Hey Wayne, I don't know if you heard me, but the week of the 20th, so not next week, but the week after,
Okay.
I'm taking a break during that Thanksgiving week.
Oh yeah, for sure. I might be down there, so I'll hit you up.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
If
We're
you
gonna
down
smoke
there,
some
I will have
cigars
you
and
down
hey, let's do it. Let's go get some drinks, smoke some cigars, and chop it up.
And man, make sure and pick up Kevin on your way down, Mike.
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
You're staticky.
Yeah, I'll hit y'all boys up in the chat when I touch down. So
Yes, sir. Be safe.
yes, sir.
And I'm mad about. Never mind. I'll tell you later.
Who me or Trail?
You.
Well, okay. All right, we'll talk about it in the chat.
A certain football team, but we'll talk about it later.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I'm a Dolphins, man. Yeah.
Man. All right. First and foremost, Key Tot, you know what it is. As soon as the show's over, you got that coming to you. I love you dearly. Love to your husband. He's the homie. I'm not going to tell you how to feel. I just hope it's positive at the end of the day. Shout out to the chat. We appreciate you. You hold us accountable. You come for us and you make us have to stand on what we say. Nothing makes a person that talks a lot better than that. Shouts to my co-hosts, except for Trevor, because he's the moderator. He's not really a co-host. Yo, I should have never gave you that damn name. I should have never. Yo, you know what? I'm about to get some beard grease. I'm gonna get that little stupid thing that look like the pattern they run on the when they
don't waste your money.
It don't work. I can't stand that. I'm jealous as hell. But yeah, man, I feel like we're doing some good stuff here. Shout out to my retrograde sister. I hope she comes back. Tell her I miss her, please. When we get off. I'm talking to you, Trevor. Tell her I miss her.
Who are you talking about?
Nene, that's my retrograde sister.
Oh, nah, she listening.
Nah, she used to be my retrograde, and then I don't know what happened. Something happened. I think a moon came around and changed her trajectory.
Oh.
That was a bar.
Yeah. See, Nene.
Shout out to you, Moon Goddess, wherever you at. I wish you the best. Yo, we got to do better, people. These thoughts, these simps, these lames, these gold diggers, these whack human beings are not us. We are better than them. They are. Nene, if you don't get the hell off my damn screen with that foolishness, we are better than them. We are the people. We should have our own damn party. And I bet if we was a party, we wouldn't have had Barack as the first black president. We'd have had somebody cool who would have actually thought it out. But I'm not gonna get that's a tape fish politics thing. Y'all ain't got to worry about that. I'm not gonna
tune into that every Tuesday at 6:05 with tape fish politics.
Hey, commercial Trevor's my third favorite Trevor. Nobody beats Angry Trevor though. Angry Trevor's my favorite. So much props. We did decent today. I'm gonna let you get off so we can get off before 8:30. Love the family, love the wife, love your baby. I'm gonna go mush my daughter and not kiss her because I'm sick and I want to get her sick. But everybody out there, love your family, love on your kids. We all we got, like Nelly used to say. Holla at your boy. I'm Mango Mike and I'm out this month.
All right, peace, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, Straight Talk Society, there you have it. Another fantastic episode of the Straight Talk Sessions, the Man Talk Monday edition. Just so you guys know, like Monday is a show that, I mean, it could go anywhere. That's what this is on Monday, Man Talk Monday. We legit mimic how men talk in the barbershop, how men talk in the man cave, how guys that go out in the restaurants and things like that and have dinner and drinks and stuff with their friends. That's what we do over here. So if what we're saying may be a little too heavy, then it's fine. I mean, we'll see you on the next one. I appreciate you for coming by. And that's no slight to anybody. It's just, I know everything isn't for everybody. And I've always said that I could talk about anything. So I'm not just limited to one thing. I mean, I know a lot of you know me from the Thursday shows, but you guys come over to the Monday shows and you stick around. So I know sometimes we get into, I didn't even think we were going to get into all that talk about, stuff like that, but it is what it is. I even turned off the monetization off the page once I start going crazy. I was like, nah, let me turn this off, just because I don't want to take away what made us so original. So again, though, if you guys can, please support Keela. The Cash App has been running down at the bottom of the screen. Hold on, let me stop it. It has been running down at the bottom of the screen all night. Let me see. I don't know what's going on. I was trying to make it stop, but whatever. It is $DC4L954, Dallas Cowboys for life. That's what that means. So if you can, please help her. And there's nothing we could do or nothing we could say to ease the pain, but at least if we could help lift a little bit of financial burden, then maybe that'll help. And I know she'll greatly appreciate it, just because everything that she does for us over here. And like I said, it was missed. Like, I legit miss coming here and not seeing the Straight Talk Society flames that she normally puts up, because she's the first one over to every single show. So the fact that she even came over and dropped a few comments in the chat just really meant a lot to me. And like I say, she deactivated her social media, so the fact that she would come over here and have me be the one to announce this stuff, then it just means the world to me. We will be here again. Tomorrow night for Tape Fest Politics. Be sure to tune into that at 6 p.m. Venkat and the crew will be talking about homelessness in America. And this Wednesday on Wrestling with Reality, I will be doing a unboxing. Like, it's hard for me not to open this, because y'all know me, y'all know my type of wrestling fandom. But I'm gonna save it till Wednesday. You know what? I already cut it open. I just haven't taken it out of the wrapping. But we will be doing an unboxing on the show Wednesday for my latest toy. So tune into that. We also be reviewing the Crown Jewel show, and we'll also be doing the PWI top 10 list for the men and women. And then Thursday, Brother Eddie Israel will be doing a presentation. And then Friday, we do have the UFC show. There will be no Dolphins deep dive this week, because the Dolphins are on a bye week. But be sure to check out the Dolphins deep dive that I did last night. I just gave it to you just how it was. The Dolphins let me down, and I spoke on it. So I feel like my voice is getting ready to leave me. So with all that being said, y'all, I will leave you with this, though. Just my thought for the day, I guess. Just be nice to somebody. I mean, because you never know, if you're walking and somebody may bump into you or something, before you just get angry and you just want to fight them all of a sudden. Just, you never know. You never know what kind of day that person might be having. You just never know. Just try being nice to somebody. It legit just goes a long way. Just try being nice to somebody. There's too much hate in this world. Just try being nice to people, man. You never know what somebody's dealing with. You never know what struggle somebody's facing. And 9 out of 10, whatever you're going through, somebody probably has it a lot worse. So just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind when you're getting ready to go off on somebody. Just chill out a little bit. Just exemplify some grace, some kindness to one another. So appreciate Moon Goddess for coming through. Ricardo, the Queen of the Straight Talk Society, Nene, again, Tequila, Kevin J, Maria G was here earlier, but she left. Eddie Israel, my brother-in-law Brent came through. Hopefully he'll be able to get on next time. My boy E came through, got on the panel. Peace to One Love. Thomas Smallwood came through. That really, really shocked me. Shout out to Juju for making one of her rare appearances. Juju don't really be around too much lately. I know she's busy, but I appreciate whenever she does come through and show some love to the Straight Talk Society. And everybody else is watching in the clouds. Please make sure and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Until next time, I leave you with these words. Always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations of them. And now I'm gonna hit y'all with that quick flash. Peace.
Why are you so aggressive, black man? I'm like, it's a no-win.
Always aggressive, always aggressive black man.
What's up, man?
Wayne.
Mike.
Oh, okay. Hey, man, cut the sexiness out, man. Ain't no women on the panel. Man, we on here talking all sexy.
He just goes on. He just went off on you like that just for no reason.
Yeah, man.